All right, chat. I hope you've gotten your stretches, your waters, checked off all the things on that bingo card. You're getting settled in because we have one crazy bingo time for you. The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time Randomizer Bingo being run by dragoR1n and Piner is ready to go. It's all yours.
Hello.
Hello.
We're
It's
here
us.
to do we're here to do bingo.
Bingo bongo.
Bingo bongo, big fun. I'm dragoR1n / dragoR1n. We have Piner in here with us also, and our good friends Tylenol and Ford.
Hello,
Yeah.
I'm Tylenol.
And I'm Fort.
And I'm Piner.
Yes. And so we are going to be doing a Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time Randomizer Bingo card edition. As you can see on the screen, that there is a bingo card in which we are going to try to get a line of bingo based on the cells that tells us things to do. Piner, if we would like to, we can now click to reveal the card if you'd like.
Sure, we can do that now. I was thinking we would do it on file select, but this works too.
Okay, or fine, that's fine. We'll wait a second.
No, actually, you know what? Since we're gonna be out of the call for a bit, let's get our first reactions. You ready?
Yeah, okay. 3, 2, 1, card.
Hard.
Oh.
Oh.
This is
Oh.
This sounds like a fun one. I actually like this one a lot. Ganon's Castle boss key being in the center, that's kind of hype.
Yeah.
Gauntlets
That
might
is-
mean a lot for this.
That's gonna be. Ooh,
B1's
I'm
gonna
reading
make me
this, and
huge.
I'm glad we put 4 hours for this to be quite fair.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is looking like a fun one.
Yeah, I looked at it before all of you did, and I felt the same way. I like this
Wait,
one a lot.
there's a goal for beating every single different child dungeon.
There's a lot going on here. Awesome, cool. So we are going to be trying to get a bingo on this card while doing other fun shenanigans in the game. We will also not be in the call, so
Yeah.
good luck.
Thank you. All right. So, yeah, just one single bingo. Can't be that hard, right?
Surely not.
Surely, truly. As Piner and Varn said, the Ganon's Castle boss key being in the center, we play with the Ganon's Castle boss key being, or the Ganon's Castle Rainbow Bridge being default to open, so you can just go adult and go there immediately, and there's a pretty decent chance you could just get that item really early into the run. So there's also a chance that it might not be there and you, at the immediate entrance, and that you have to get it later. So there's a bit of high variance there where it's either a free square or it's a really long one.
Yeah. Also, we're back for a little bit because we're waiting. We realized that when we're in a different voice call, we can't hear you. So that means that we can't hear a countdown.
Yeah, we have to see our countdown and then we're gonna leave. So
Very good point.
I do believe Bash is ready for the timer, so we are going to start the game in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck, good skill.
Good luck to both our racers here. This is going to be quite the excursion.
Cool. So one of the very first things that you're going to be doing here is going into Mido's house. There are 4 chests there, which is a lot of chests, and they're going to be in all logic for this game. So let's see, we got a golden Skulltula token, heart piece, another heart piece, and Saria Song.
Sorry, song. Okay.
Saria Song is a nice pickup. There's really only 2 raw checks you can get with it, which is playing Saria Song for Darunia, which in the vanilla video game gives you the Goron bracelet, and also playing Saria Song for the Skull Kid in the Lost Woods. both of which can, especially with how early they got Saria's song, come up as being like an important check. There are tons of places that you can go that are kind of what we call like sphere zero checks, which are kind of just like the first layer of places that the logic will kind of send you to. And one of the big differences with bingo in particular versus doing regular Zooter is that you don't beat the game. You're not trying to just beat the game. You're trying to get a bingo, right? So like when you're trying to play Zooter and you want to beat the game, you just want to get like light arrows, long shot, etc., and try to get to the end of the game and just beat it. So because of that, there's like a lot of very specific things you need to get. But the things that you need to get are they change a lot with depending on the card. We don't shuffle the Kokiri sword just to make things a little easier. It's kind of like a hard mode thing to do if that's shuffled with items, because you won't have that as a kid and you'll just use deco sticks instead.
Becomes like a farm fest to, all right, do I have enough deku sticks to kind of kill anything that gets in the way, which can be a bit of a pain in the butt.
Yeah, incredibly tedious. Okay, so shop. VAR1n was here before Piner was. Expensive Zelda's Lullaby 215 and the strength upgrade for 115. Those are very pricey. You're going to need one wallet upgrade at least for the for any of those important items.
Yeah, so wallet upgrade is going to be pretty key in order to progressing in the seed, it seems. So how many wallet upgrades are there? It's like 3, I believe.
Yeah, when you have shop sanity enabled, they actually add a third one into the pool as opposed to just being 2 in the regular video game. You only get 2, which is for 200 rupees and then 500 rupees afterwards. Okay, so
And Piner actually has the base ocarina because it's handed to you upon leaving the Lost Woods. So you're always guaranteed in order to at least have access to the songs that you currently possess.
yeah, and on this bingo card, I feel just at a glance, BLTR, it looks like the winning bingo for me. BLTR meaning bottom left to top right, so that would be all 4 Wasteland and Colossus area Skulltulas to beat the Deku Tree. And the main reason why I say this is because Ganon's Castle Boss Key, again, since we have Rainbow Bridge open, they can go adult whenever they would like to, and they can go in there, and there's a good chance the Ganon's Castle Boss Key will be in one of the like early entrance chests.
So Tana, do inform me. For the check that says, or I guess the score that says 2 fairy spells, what is the game? What does that mean by that?
So the fairy spells are referencing DragoR1n, Nehru's Love, and Din's Fire. So you need to collect 2 of any of those 3. And then you'll get that square. Now, the only one that's important for progressing in Randomizer in the game at all, really, is Din's Fire. So that's a very big pickup if either of the runners find that one. But in the event that DragoR1n and Nehru's Love is found, that makes those valuable for the sake of the bingo. Piner doing a little like side jump here to get to the man on the roof. See what we get here. Another Skulltula.
Talking, not nothing too crazy. Checking in the hole. It's like VAR1n has opted to instead go for Deku Tree first, while Piner has opted to leave and head into Kokiri Village. And it reminds me, the stones. What is it? Stones of Truth. That's what they're called.
Stone of what are they called again? The Stone of I was gonna say Stone of Agony, but I think that's the Rumble Pack item,
Yeah, it's
right?
the Rumble Pack. Yeah.
Yeah, the stone
Like
the stone guys in the ground.
The stony dudes. Yeah, those provide hints as to what you might need to do and where you need to proceed in order to essentially beat the seed. So those are pretty nice in order to kind of look out for. Each area has its own unique one, and the ones that are with their own unique hints, and the ones inside of the grottos all have the same hint. So if you find one, then you basically found all the grotto hints at that point.
Exactly, yeah. And one thing that's very important about the hints will hint you in ways to beat the game. That is very important because since we're playing bingo, we're not trying to beat the game, we're trying to get a bingo. That means that there might be an item that is not necessary to beat the game, but is on the bingo card. which makes things a little interesting for pathing, because that might mean that yes, there's a very important item in one place, but what you're missing might be in a place that has nothing but bad items. And I think Varin realizes that when they went into the Deku Tree, you can't progress in that room without a Deku Shield, which, because the shop items are shuffled, you can't just go to that first shop and buy a Deku Shield. So looks like they're resetting and I guess going back up. There are some checks you can get as long as you climb up to the top. So there are some options here. I missed what Piner saw in the shops there, but I imagine
it was light arrow and a lot of heart pieces and like 2 full heart containers. Probably he bought one of the full heart containers, so just a bit of extra precaution and safety. And now Piner's actually doing the shooting gallery minigame. This is going to yield 1 free item, and it's a tier 0 check, as you don't actually have to have the slingshot in order to do it. Fun fact.
Correct. Yes. And another thing to point out is that I think a big reason why Piner bought that heart piece, or heart container rather, was to get the 11 hearts, closer to the 11 hearts goal. It looks like Piner actually fails the shooting in a game, has to do it again.
The time lost there.
Those last red rupees, I swear, they're out for blood. They're really out to get you sometimes.
And a bit of a slower method climbing up here. If you wait for the Skulltulus to kind of point away from you, you don't actually have to worry about them aggroing onto you and chasing after. So
Bit of the safety measures from Varin. Piner fails the shooting game again, so it looks like we're gonna have to run that back another time. I think maybe I can't remember if they're shuffling us. I think they're shuffling Skulltulas exclusively in dungeons, I want to say. So the Skulltulas are actually randomized in the dungeons. Oh, Piner fails the shooting game another time. I think that's 3 in a row now.
Piner's aim here kind of matching up to their aim in Apex. But no, seriously, it's a little bit unfortunate, but Varin also wasted a bit of time whenever they went into that room without the Deku Shield, so it kind of all evens out.
Okay, taking a little safer there. Piner finishes up, and it's all for a Deku Nut. Not the greatest thing you want to see there, especially for a 4th try shooting gallery.
Yeah, bit of an unfortunate circumstance. Oh, Varin misses the jump in order to get the chest. That is not what you like to see.
Okay, Piner picking up the weird egg here. So weird egg, gotta wait for a whole night and day cycle, and then you can access getting what normally is Zelda's Lullaby, but will be a random item for this race. Because we do have songs shuffled with items. Ooh, and Varin getting the dragoR1n bracelet. That is actually a pretty big deal, because I want to say Piner likes to wait. I've raced with them a lot, and in the past they really have like prioritized waiting to go to Deku Tree until they find a Deku Shield, which normally that makes sense, but there is a lot of value in just going into Deku Tree early and getting something really good before Piner finds it. So that's information that Varin has, and a small advantage there that Piner doesn't have at the moment.
And is there a strength upgrade one attack? Yeah, it's a silver gauntlets one. So if Varin gets the wallet upgrade, then they'll be able to go back and get the silver gauntlets or better square by buying the one from, I believe it was the Kokiri Village shop. Yep,
that's true. All right, and Piner going to go return Richard to his household. All right, got 5 rupees. I think, isn't that like the vanilla thing that you get? I don't even remember. Maybe it's like 20 rupees, but ooh, iron boots in the shop for 195. Wallet upgrades are playing a really big role here. Piner gonna pick up that piece of heart for really cheap. Makes sense. There's an 11 heart square on the bingo card. I'm gonna have to come back there later, most likely.
How much were the iron boots again?
195 rupees, which means only 1 upgrade will be necessary for the wallet.
Yeah, so pretty much all the like pretty pivotal ones have been only 100, except for the, I think it was, I don't remember which one, but one of them was like 215, so it's gonna require 2 wallet upgrades to acquire.
I just realized that Varin went back into the Deku Tree. Did they get a Deku Shield, or am I misremembering?
I don't think so. I think they would have equipped it by now.
Oh, I suppose you can, what else can you do here?
There's another Skulltula, so they might be opting to check that one by
Oh.
going through the
Oh
bottom.
yeah, you're right. Yeah, you can go down to the bottom. There's a Skulltula there, and there's a chest too. But although I want to say that Skulltula is incredibly difficult to get unless you specifically have a Deku stick. I didn't see if they picked one up. But maybe they have one in their inventory and I missed it.
I believe you can pick one. Can you pick one up from
It's
you can
on
pick
the
one
way
up from
for
that
sure.
room. But
Yeah.
Varn went into that room, so they definitely could have one.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But it
This guy
requires
right
them to
here
figure it out.
is a huge pain in the butt if you want to get past him fast. All right, jump slashing, nice.
Nice, good.
I have messed this jump up so many times, more than I'd like to admit. But Varn gets a first try. Nice job. Oh, there's 2 Sculptures. That's right. I forgot about that. Okay, so a few more checks here that they're choosing to go for. Right, Piner waiting for daytime to give Talon, right? Yeah, Talon, the chicken.
I thought that was Malon.
Malon, I believe, is his daughter.
Oh, right. That's the duck. I just think instinctively of M because he's very clearly a reference to Mario from the.
Right, yeah. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah,
Oh,
that is
I did
indeed-
not know you could forward slash and hit that Skulltula. That's interesting. I feel like
it
normally.
might be positionally based.
Okay, piece of heart. Not too
Piece of
bad.
heart. I mean, it's not the worst.
Okay, Piner's going to be getting a check here right now. This could be big. Just a piece of
And
heart.
another
Not too
piece of
bad.
heart. Well,
But
I
that's
mean-
going to be the second heart for Piner. That's 5. 6 more to get to 11 hearts.
One step closer.
One step
the edge.
closer. Also, very important square that's here is the map square. Varn has yet to find the map in Deku Tree.
Just the
so-
compass.
Just the compass, which kind of stinks because like they're both like equally not that valuable as raw items, but they're on maps on the bingo square or on the bingo card rather. So that ends up making it more valuable. There is a 6 compass square, but 6 compasses is a lot more than just 4 maps.
And thinking on it, it could be kind of annoying getting the map here because there is a gold Skulltula that is gated behind having bombs. So if
Mhm.
that's where the map is, it could be in the room that requires the Deku shield. But if it's not there, then that means it has to be in the other one. with the
Correct,
bomb
yeah.
requirement, and that would take a long time. You'd have to backtrack to get.
Yeah. And on top of that, you not only need bombs for that Skulltula, you also need a boomerang. Which is 1 check. Piner looking like they are going for the Cuckoo checks here. There are 2 of them. One is underneath a box, which there's actually a small window if you're not fast enough where you can lose this Cuckoo and you can't get the second one in 1 try. Let's see if Piner gets this.
Eyes up into the blue.
Once you land here and roll into that box and pick up the item, the Cuckoo can get away if you're not fast enough. So Piner's gonna play it a little safe. Oh, slingshot, it's a big one. So yeah, they're gonna pick up the Cuckoo again to reset the thing so that the Cuckoo doesn't run away. Looks like they get it nicely done.
Getting both of these at the same time is pretty big time save because if you don't do this in this way, you have to float down the river out to Zora River, back into Lake Hylia, I mean, back into Hyrule Field, and then go back into Gerudo Valley entrance just to get to the second check again with the chicken respawn.
Exactly. Piner
Huge
doing a camera trick there to see what item was above that ladder. I've actually never seen that before. I didn't know that was a thing. That's pretty cool.
That's a
So
smart use of it. I think it was a
So-
Pizza Heart.
it was 5 rupees.
5 rupees, even more useful. Let's go.
Very, very much not a great thing to go out of your way for. So it's good by Piner to do that. Not sure if Varn's maybe like they've been sitting there for a bit now. I'm not sure if they're having like some. I know before we started they were having like a little bit of controller issues. I'm not sure if that's still a thing.
I'm not sure what's going on with the camera. Piner is now back walking out of Lake Hylia, heading towards Hyrule Field again. Back walking. Oh, looks like Varn's back. Back walking is one of the faster methods of traversal in this game.
Yes, often memed upon. Actually, I want to say like maybe like there's the terminal montage people. They made like some funny videos about that.
Yeah, Terminal Montages. I love that YouTube channel. Make sure to check it out if you are a fan of animation and just very high octane comedy. A volume warning in that.
So
For
Piner
everybody.
reading a hint there that said something. I think it said, did it say Kokiri Forest about being the way of the hero? Maybe.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, now if it says that, that means that you need to go to Kokiri Forest in order to progress in beating the video game. Oftentimes that means that there's an important item somewhere in Kokiri Forest. However, that could be just an item that we've already picked up. So that's the part where it's a little bit more on the vague side. Kind of going back into Link's house. It's a classic mistake. Okay, looks like Baron is going into the Lost Woods, maybe, or maybe not.
No, I think they're just setting up to go ahead and leave and do a lot of the stuff that Piner had already gone through. It looks like Piner is actually going to be going to Lost Woods and is not going to opt to go into Deku Tree just yet, so...
Yeah, taking it safe here, making sure that they wait until they get the Deku Shield, so that they can reflect the Deku Nut from the Deku Scrub, a lot of Deku, and and progress in that room. That got some checks. Sorry, a song here. This is an item.
It's like Piner's gonna be looking the full clear Deku Tree before they actually enter it, so...
Okay, let's see what Piner picks up here. Ooh,
And it's another heart container. Well, that's one step closer to 11 hearts. Piner's actually got a 3-heart lead over Varn right now in terms of that, but Varn can definitely make up for that deficit over time. It's like Piner's going to be opting to go ahead and check this Deku Scrub for whatever they
Expensive.
might be selling.
Expensive item, by the way. 40 rupees for 20. It looks like very fair trade, right?
It's like that one meme where the person offers you one thing and then you get something in return that is of much less value.
A trade offer.
Yeah, trade offer.
I
love that.
So Varn doing the Kako check, getting 50 rupees. I'm not sure. I think that the Kako check there gives you 50 rupees after you've even received the main item. Normally you're supposed to save 7 Kakos, I believe it is, and then get an item there. The settings that we have turned on is to skip that, so you can just go ahead and talk to Anju, and she'll give you the item. Ooh, fire arrow pickup for Piner, very nice.
Huge.
Insanely useful item.
But it's only really useful once you have the bow, so let's just hope they pick it up at some point.
The bow and magic. And bow has 3 locations that it's going to be at in the game, because there is a 30 bow when you first get it, 40 upgrade, and then a 50 upgrade. So it's in 3 different locations for each upgrade. Magic has regular magic and double magic, so that's 2 locations. So not going to be able to get much use out of that fire arrow quite yet, but
it has some potential down the line. Has either of them checked Dampe?
Nope. I don't believe either of them have gone to Dampe yet. Dampe is a pretty annoying check to do without Sun Song because of exactly when you need to get there unless you time it properly. So personally, I have oftentimes skip it until a little later just because of how many options there are. However, there are people that factor that into their routing and then just kind of get there at the perfect time to be able to check it.
Me personally, I like to go ahead and get Dampe out the way, so I just kind of meander around and wait until I believe it's when the sound that lets you know at nighttime is coming plays. I enter, and then Dampe should be out around that time. But not everybody opts for that, and it's not necessarily gonna pay off. So it's all about strategy. Another skill token.
Exactly. Another skull token, Varn checking that there. So I guess that means they don't have to go up into that one little crawl space area to grab that unless they feel it to be necessary later, maybe. So Piner really sticking to the bread and butter here, getting the main kind of sphere 0 checks, type sphere 0/sphere 1 checks out of the way. After you get Zelda's letter, you are able to go to the Lost Woods and go talk to Saria. This is normally going to give you Saria's song. It's a random item in this case, but it's kind of inconvenient to come back here later when you're an adult. So it kind of works out nicely to get it done and out of the way here. Just a Skulltula, so
Cool Skulltula.
not a huge deal.
Tried and true classic. Piner's gonna save quit. It's gonna, when Piner loads back in, it's gonna reload them back into Link's house. Link's house is the default location to get reloaded in as Child Link, unless you are in a dungeon, in which case you get reloaded to the dungeon entrance, and Adult Link gets reloaded into the Temple of Time.
Yes, and another thing I want to point out is no explosives on either side right now. No bombs, no bomb shoes. If Piner did have bombs or bomb shoes, they have the option of not saving and quitting there and actually going into Goron City from Lost Woods. However, that's not an option right now, due to the lack of explosives. It looks like Piner is going to now go into the Deku Tree without the Deku Shield, which I'm actually kind of surprised by that. I really thought that Piner was going to wait until they got the Deku Shield before going in there, but it seems like they're going to just kind of take the risk and think maybe I lost something important here, so let me just go ahead and see what's going on, and very soon they will find out that the Goron bracelet is in the Deku Tree.
I think that this is a reasonable play, personally, just because of the fact that they can get most of the stuff here except for, like I said, those 3 aforementioned items. But they're also able to acquire one item Varn was not able to obtain because they did not have the slingshot. The gold Skulltula that is on the vines leading up is also going to be one. So I don't think that, because Piner doesn't have the hindsight that we do in this, I think that they believe that because of the save quit that they did after the Saria song check, I'm already here, so I might as well do Deku Tree since I'm restarted back here.
Yeah, routing wise, that makes a lot of sense.
So
okay, looks like Varn's gonna pick up that heart container, putting them up to 4.
Yeah, it's the same one Piner picked up. So basically I picked the same ones there, and again, that's mostly just hearts inside of the shop as well.
That's an expensive heart right there. 105, pretty pricey.
Ooh, yikes.
No wallet, so Varn can't pick that one up. It's funny, you can get 99 with your regular wallet, but not 105. That's a bit too pricey.
Yep. Okay. I honestly feel like Link could probably just be like, hey, I'm gonna leave these 99 rupees here, so just wait for me to go grab 6 more from the bank and I'll be right back. But
true.
Guess it doesn't work that way here in the land of Hyrule. You probably would just get your money stolen and he'd be like, oh, what money? I don't remember you.
What happened? What happened?
That never happened. Yeah, I feel like the vendors of Hyrule aren't exactly the most how you say honest of individuals, but I could be wrong on that front. So. I actually opting to stun the Skulltula dude that blocks your path so that they can jump down without having to actually kill it, saving a bit of time.
Yeah, nicely done there. So Piner's gonna use the slingshot here. There's the map. Varn missed that earlier because they didn't have slingshot, and it was a bit inconvenient to kill that Skulltula without Deku sticks. That's pretty big actually, since there is the 4 map square, and if Varn wants to get that map, they're gonna have to come back into Deku Tree another time.
Yeah, I feel like they're gonna come back and have shield and slingshot at the same time.
Yeah.
Where was slingshot acquired at? I honestly forgot.
Let's see. Slingshot, I believe, was in not the Gerudo area, Gerudo Fortress, excuse me, by the bridge.
Yeah, that's right.
You need to use the Cucco to go to the box. So Piner trying B1 skip here. I am so bad at this trick, but Piner's a lot better than me at it, but not getting it first try. They're gonna try to see if they can get this very precise spot so that they can roll up and grab that ledge just barely. saves a good bit of time over taking the path that is intended, which normally you need the slingshot for, which Pyre actually does have, but they're opting to go for this strat instead just to save a bit more time.
Is B1 skip legal? I thought this was no glitch.
We do allow it, yeah, for the
Okay.
races that we've always done.
Okay.
I never do it because I'm not good at it.
Yeah, it does seem a bit finicky. This is Piner's third time. Timing it.
Oh, and third tries the charm.
Yep.
That's I think that's the actual saying. No meme this time.
No meme. For realsies. Yeah, Pioneer does get B1 skip and is now going to check the chest, which yeah had a gold sculpture in it. Nothing too special. And Barn is going to excuse me.
Aaron's going to be going in to get Zelda's letter as well as the checks. These are pretty standard. You have to do these at some point, and the reason why you have to do them at some point is because the chances of these items that you get from these places are important is very high because you can do these with no items. Which is what Sphere Zero checks are. You can just go there. You don't need to have a specific item to make it happen. It's all given to you along the way. So the chance of the logic for the randomizer giving you an important item in this path is really important, or is very likely rather. So one thing, Piner, I don't remember Piner going to the Lon Lon Ranch. I don't think that happened. So that's something that Varun could do right now.
Either player, I don't think, has gone Lon Lon yet. So this
now that
couple items that can pick up there. Some the Keko mini game with Talon, or not Talon.
You're right.
Is it Talon? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Talon.
Yeah, I keep swapping it there.
Very understandable.
And then does not. Oh, the Pona song check. That's another one.
Yeah, the opponent song check, the mini game with Talon, and there's also in vanilla. There's a piece of heart that's in the back corner in one of the rooms that you can get. So that's 3 items that you can check here. Varun is going to Lon Lon Ranch and taking care of that. Piner is opting. I'm not sure what they're trying to do right now. Looks like maybe they're trying to go adult, but if Piner's trying to go adult, Varun might have an advantage here if they're able to pick up something big.
Talon is holding out on us something real important.
One more Kaka.
Probably somewhere near the front of the entrance, if I had to guess.
I always get trolled during this mini game. I always feel so silly when I fail it. I'm like, man, come on.
I just watch out for where they flew off to, pretty much, and it's 5 rupees. Well,
and it's 5 rupees.
much for that.
Two more checks here. So
Yeah.
Varun still could get something pretty nice in this area.
Pioneer is checking the 4 little Chica stone statues. One of them said that Kakariko was on the way of the hero, so again, that's only important for completing the game. And the other ones I didn't really see. I think it was something about Death Mountain having something.
Varun not going to go talk to Malin to get a Pona song. I wonder if they forgot maybe about that check.
They might just do it on the way out. They have to exit through that way anyway, so.
That's true. Oftentimes I'll do the Malin check second, and then I'll go to this last, and I'll save and quit out just because of how far away it is from the entrance. But we'll see what happens. Okay, Pioneer becoming an adult, growing up.
Sorry. Let's see. And is Varun going to do the... Okay, so Varun's actually just going to go ahead and pull it out and just enter it instead of doing the camera trick to check it without going through. And it's a Deku Nut. Well. So, Lon Lon Ranch is kind of looking like a wash right now.
It's not looking too good so far. Although there is a chance that, yeah, just a regular Deku Nut, not even an upgrade. Very unfortunate. Okay,
Just
so...
Bit of a nutty play, if you would say.
Precisely. I like it. Piner going to Kakariko. A lot of checks here as an adult that you can just kind of all get done and out of the way. They're bread and butter stuff for the randomizers. So they're gonna go talk to Anju. You can get the Song of Storms vanilla check by talking to the going into the windmill.
Into the old man who.
You fool!
There's the first fool to run. I was waiting on it.
First fool to run. Love it.
Yeah. But yeah, the guy in the windmill is stuck in the time paradox because of the fact that in order for him to have heard the Song of Storms, had to have heard it from Link, but Link learns it from the guy. So it's like...
Yeah, it's really deep, isn't it?
Who was the one who originally taught him the Song of Storms? Because adult Link couldn't have taught it to him because he didn't know it, because he learned it from him. It doesn't make sense.
It's really funny.
It's a bit of a time paradox there.
All right, Piner getting this raw check here for just a chest, just hanging out in a hole.
Yep. Just gotta disturb someone's grave for it. No biggie.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's a rupee. So yeah, we just defiled this person's grave for $5 essentially. I don't know. Are rupees equivalent to dollars? Is $1 equal to 1 rupee in the Zelda universe?
Question. That's a good question.
Did you see what that was that Piner just looked into?
Looked like 5 rupees to me.
5 rupees?
Or no, rather a golden skull shell, excuse me. I just knew in my head that it wasn't very useful, so I just assumed 5 rupees.
Yeah, just kind of removed it from your mind, and it's like, yep, this is not worth going for at all.
Precisely.
All
And
right.
Piner going for the Dampe race. You need to get under 1 minute to get the special item from Dampe, which I believe in the vanilla game is a piece of heart. Normally you have to race him 2 times. We have a randomizer setting turned on, so you only have to race him 1 time, but if you get the race in under 1 minute, you'll get both rewards, which are a chest and a piece of heart in the regular game, the chest having the hook shot normally. But 2 random items for this race.
I forgot that was a setting. I don't know if that was a thing the last time I played randomizer. It's been a minute, but I have done randomized in the past, so don't worry everyone, I am qualified in order to commentate this race. But now that I think about it, this was a thing where it's like he just drops on the ground. I thought he dropped another chest, but it's just me misremembering.
Yeah.
So Piner gets it with plenty of time to spare.
Ooh, a song. What, the purple one. That's
The
Song of
Song of
Storms.
Storms.
That's pretty big for the Frog Song of Storms award.
Yeah.
And that's the 10th token for Piner, meaning that they can turn those in for a reward from the Skulltula, what, bros, I guess? I don't know.
Yes, Skulltula House people, like
Skulltula
Skull
House.
family.
Skull family, yeah. And because they are already in the graveyard at Kakariko, it's right around the corner. So
Yeah. And there's also Song of Storm grottos as well. The Song of Storms opens up a couple opportunities. It can also be used now as Child Link in order to acquire what would be. Wait, oh no, I think it just opens up the well, right? Bottom of the well.
yeah. So Piner getting the regular Song of Storms check here.
Nut
getting a
upgrade.
30 Dekuna upgrade. Very nice for like just clearing certain rooms and dungeons. I really like having the nut upgrade. It helps out a lot.
Yeah, nuts are underrated item. They are kind of goated. They
Absolutely.
Just let you stun all sorts of stuff, especially those pesky stall-foes that you see in like places like Forest Temple.
Cool.
Nice.
And VAR1n picking up on the stuff that Piner did earlier. Ooh, the big Goron sword.
Big
Very
Goron
nice.
sword.
That is 3 swords for Piner, and we have 3 swords and 3 shields on the card.
So that is a viable pickup for one of the things that Piner can go for. Me personally, I didn't say this earlier. I personally would go for column 4, but that's also because I am insane. As I would be, I would be banking on getting both the two different fairy spells. Like even before seeing anything, I would have like gone for column 4, as I'm comfortable going for pretty much all of these. But again, the biggest thing that would at least wall me would be getting 2 fairy spells. I would kind of have to hope for RNG to be on my side as far as that's concerned.
Yeah, exactly. And Piner running into explosives, which they got some bomb shoes in there. They're very expensive. A bow, which is also very expensive. So that wallet is really gonna come in clutch whenever they find it.
Yeah, 2 wallets.
2
for a
wallets.
bow.
Yeah, and one of the big Varn might lose the Cucko. Oh
And there
no!
it goes.
So ironically, there's only 5 rupees over there. So if they opt to not check that item over there, it's actually completely fine.
Yeah, so hopefully they'll just be like, you know what? It's probably not worth my time to go for it.
Yeah, hoping, right? That would be really. It would honestly save a lot more time over what Pioneer did earlier.
Bit of hopium on that front there. Oh, Byron did
Pioneer-
not check the stone there. I'm heading into the Dongo Caverns. I wonder if Pioneer's gonna go ahead and clear this fully.
This is very interesting that they're choosing to do this with without any bombs or a hammer. Normally you would like to have one of those two things just because there are a couple of checks that you have to completely pass on just because of not having them. Now Pioneer can still they can get a lot of checks here, but I don't think you can beat this dungeon without having at least explosives of some sort.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Me personally, I would opt to just kind of dip my toes in. I forgot about the sculpture on the right side. I would have just picked up that chest on the left that normally I believe has a map, and then just dipped out because it doesn't really take a whole lot of time nor a lot of investment.
Pioneer going for a nice cool strat here where you kill this mini Dodongo and he'll explode and actually blow that wall up. Very cool strat.
Yeah.
And this is going to not be a Skulltula, but actually an item because the dungeon Skulltulas specifically are randomized. 20 rupees, a little richer.
Yeah, a little bit of money in the back pocket, you know. Gotta keep the wallet fat.
And Varn opting to go back and check that item. Oh no.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're gonna be disappointed when they see what it is.
And I can't even blame them because like I would probably do the same thing because it's no, if you went there and you were 2 seconds away from grabbing an item, it could put you at such a big disadvantage. Now, one thing that I will say is Varn does have a bit of information to work with. They know that Pioneer hasn't marked anything on the bingo card yet, so they could take that into consideration and think, oh well, maybe Pioneer hasn't, done that quite yet. I'm not sure, or like maybe they did do it and it's not actually anything important. But there's a couple of like, mind games, I guess, there where like you can try to figure out where to go. But unfortunately, they will not be rewarded for going out of their way here.
Yeah, bit of waste of time. Also, speaking of wasting time, I believe Pioneer is pulling the statue all the way over here to get to this gold sculpture.
I love this strat. I love this strat. The statues. Oh, and Varn. No, the 5 rupees.
Well,
all of that.
At the very least, they were not capped on rupees, so it contributed towards something.
And Pioneer not killing those Dodongos earlier, so, or maybe actually respawning them because they left the room and came back, right?
Yeah,
so,
I think that's how it works.
Okay, backflip here, and then you can jump up here, grab that, and that's a check.
Yeah.
And this normally you would need the hook shot here, but okay, we got a 20 Deku stick upgrade, and wasn't that on the card, or am I crazy?
Yeah, 20 Deku sticks capacity or better. That is
on
one
the card,
down.
and that is first blood.
First blood.
First blood. Again, a situation where a item that is normally completely useless for beating the game in randomizer, but very important here for playing bingo.
Yep. And let's see what this chest on the left, which again is definitely the first thing my mind would have gone towards, as well as it looks like it's a piece of heart.
With the winner text as well.
Winner, you're a winner. Wait, Pioneer. What? I'm wondering why Pioneer did not opt to go for the Deku salesman on the left side.
I believe that is not a randomized item for the settings they're using. That's normally going to be like Deku salesman that will fill up your Deku sticks or your Deku nuts or your slingshot. I can't remember. It's one of those 3.
Here I was under the assumption that all the Deku salesmen were randomized. Well, egg on my face.
There is a setting for that though, and there are some times that we've done races with those settings in particular. And again, Pioneer cannot complete this dungeon unless they find explosives somewhere in this dungeon. The Goron bracelet will not be enough.
Yeah, they could also opt to get some mom shoes in order to come back and do this, but I'm not even sure if they have the wallet capacity to do so. So
Mm-hmm.
that might be off the table in its entirety.
That's map number 2 for Piner.
Two maps. They are 2 maps away from another space on the bingo board.
Or just getting 30s.
Yeah, I believe. Well, there was something. This is fire arrows, I believe. But
Yeah, I think it
again,
was
fire arrows
yeah.
is a foregone conclusion just because of the fact that you need 2 wallet upgrades and magic, which we don't even know where that is at this point.
Can Piner reach that with the jump slash? I don't think they can. So that's another check that. Well, maybe can they? I don't think. Is this possible?
I don't know.
I don't think. I don't. I'd be very impressed if they made this happen because I don't think you can do this. Oh, so it's so close. Oh my gosh.
On the edge of a possibility. Maybe going above and then jump slash.
I think
they're gonna get damaged though.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh my gosh. That stinks because you can't. I just love that Piner chose to do this. It's so insane. I love it.
Like, I guess a bomb shoe could be used in order to acquire this. Since
oh, absolutely.
Arrows are far gone conclusion. So I think that's what the C is intending because again, arrows are basically off the table, which I'm assuming that means that anything in Forest Temple is going to be very, very, very scattered as far as like in terms of being viable for completing the seed.
I should specify in the chat. Pink is Piner, and VAR1n is doing light blue. I don't think that's on the way out right now, but let's see.
Piner gonna that one check behind. Very unfortunate.
Yeah, it's just to specify for the bingo card colors. Okay, another chest here for Piner.
And another blue rupee. Well, getting all the blue rupee checks out the way, just gotta get the useless junk out the way so we can get to the good stuff. Alright, so this is a bit of a unintended jump that you can actually make by doing a roll.
Oh my gosh!
And
they fell immediately.
That's unfortunate. Alright, it's not too bad to do, so we're just gonna offer it a second time.
Alright. Yeah, pretty simple jump, not too complicated.
Yeah, definitely not as bad as B1 for sure.
Absolutely.
Like,
alright, minuet. Okay, already worth it. Already worth it in my opinion.
Yeah, teleportation songs are super worth it, especially as adult Link, because again, you always start out at the Temple of Time. So if you want to get someplace quickly, teleportation songs are going to be your go-to.
Piner realizing they cannot continue anymore. They need explosives to continue. So they will not be able to do any more checks here until they get more items. So unfortunately, no progress can be really made there. However, they got Minuet of Forest, very good teleportation song for getting checks faster, and also helps you to actually access the Forest Temple. Once Piner runs into Hookshot. And VAR1n's still Child Link.
I wonder if Piner's gonna go next, because me personally, I would have opened up the way to, I guess it wouldn't matter as a child because you're doing it as adult. Opening up the way to, getting the Deku Shield, that's gonna be pretty big, is going to open up 2 more checks and the Deku Tree. I'm not sure if there's anything else that really gets opened up from having the
instant check here.
Check here, yeah.
Now Piner. Go ahead.
Normally she gives you the minuet whenever you go to that location, but because we already have minuet, it just gives you an item. So.
Yeah, exactly.
What's VAR1n up to? VAR1n seems to be. I don't think there's any checks on that piece of land in particular. I think they might be going for Zora River checks.
Yeah, and they won't be able to keep going in Zora's River here without bombs. They can only go in here to grab a Skulltula and leave. I don't think there's anything else they can access from this area. And if that Skulltula actually hits VAR1n once, they will die. Because Skulltulas do 1 heart of damage.
Those things, they're strong. No, don't sleep on them. And Well,
That's unfortunate.
yeah, you hate to see it. Well, at the very
Well,
least,
I
guess
didn't
it's a
realize
bright
that they would
side.
respawn that close. Actually,
Yeah, you don't actually go back to Link's house and once you save quit, so it's not too bad. It was just, if anything, it was a heart refill, you know.
exactly. Yeah, those Skulltulas are ruthless. They'll hurt.
Oh yeah, they're swole spiders. Pioneer is getting one of the GT checks out the way. It was a piece of heart from, is that the Shadow Trial? Which one was that?
That's the forest trial. Now
Trial.
Piner's going into the water trial. If Piner doesn't find a Ganon's Castle boss key in these first few chests, that could be pretty problematic for that square in the center of the bingo card.
That's the kind of huge.
Epona song
Epona
is an
song,
enormous
that's big.
find.
That's huge. That is transportation. There's checks. Epona song just kind of has it all in a bag of chips.
Exactly, and the biggest thing that will give Piner access to is going to be Gerudo's training ground, which for those who don't know is the area with, I think, the most checks in the game. I think.
We in the business call that Check City. Like if you
Check City.
you're trying to pick up a lot of stuff, you go to Gerudo's training ground. Me personally, I hate that dungeon with the burning passion, so I never go there. But that's just my own stubbornness, and I don't really care about winning. I'm just kind of in it for the fun time. So
Heck yeah. Varn waiting for nighttime here so that they can go do the Dampe check, I imagine, which Piner skipped, I think, right?
yeah, Pioneer did not do Dampe. We haven't seen either player do Dampe yet. So looks like we are going to find out what's there, and Pioneer is looking to go back child here.
That's an interesting choice.
Yeah, it's an interesting choice, especially after getting Gerudo's training ground open to at least walk in there. Also, they could, if they really wanted to get back there that quickly, they instead of leaving Ganon's tower, they could have just saved quit and then reloaded and then put themselves back in Temple of Time. So a bit of a non-optimization play there.
Oh, the Skulltula. Oh no. they do one heart. They do exactly one heart.
Round 2, baby. Alright, looks like Byron is going to the Skulltula family house. Pick up that.
Did Piner check that earlier?
Yeah, Piner picked up something. It was something important. I forgot what it was though.
Big around sword,
big
right?
sword.
Yeah, I remember now.
Big swingy sword, big damage.
Big damage. The strongest weapon, right? I think it does the most. I think is it equal to a Deku Stick? I can't remember.
I thought
Deku Stick's being pretty
equal
strong.
to Masters. No, yeah, I'm pretty sure Deku Stick is the Master Sword though. If I remember correct. It looks like Piner's gonna go and finish clearing out Deku Tree. So
yeah, Piner able to completely finish the Deku Tree now that they have Slingshot and the Deku Shield, so they can get every check remaining here except for the one Skulltula that's behind a bombable wall because Piner does not have explosives yet.
Yep, and I'm pretty sure you said Boomerang was required as well.
Oh yeah, or Boomerang. Yeah, exactly. So if you have no Boomerang, you can at least check it. Is the big thing to see if it's important. And if it's not important, then you can just completely pass on it. Now Varn gonna get all the Skulltulas and Kakariko. There are actually a handful in this area as child.
Oh yeah, there's a lot. There's a decent bit. So if you have Skull Sanity on, nighttime, Kakariko Village, kinda huge.
Very huge, exactly. All right, so Piner going to go check these two chests in this room that Varn did not have access to earlier. So this could be pretty big.
So is Piner in any way encouraged to finish out the
That's funny little thing.
that was a funny little glitch. To finish out the Deku Tree. I don't know if there's any sort of reward for like actually completing dungeons. Like a piece of heart.
So the medallions are shuffled across all dungeons in the game, child and adult. If you get the forest medallion, you actually get a free check at the Temple of Time. If you get both the spirit medallion and the shadow medallion, then that's also a free check. Oh my goodness.
Well,
that is huge. And Piner doesn't have that.
Yeah.
Piner does not have that.
Piner does not have that. See that right there, people. is why I always check Dampe. Dampe is the run savior killer. It's true in speed runs, it's true in randomizer, it's true everywhere. Dampe is the key to all. Alright? Like, don't sleep on this man.
That just opened a whole door of like things for VARN.
Yeah, so Pioneer had a pretty like decisive like advantage for the time being, but now a lot of opportunities have opened up for VARN with bomb bags. Explosives are huge. There's so many things like behind explosives in this game. So we're gonna see, I believe, a pretty big momentum shift after that acquisition.
Yeah, and like I kind of almost worry a little bit for Pioneer that explosive there could be a situation where some explosives are hidden behind other explosive checks, which like makes a whole chain of things happen where like there's not many that you have access to that are not like in that one specific area.
Yeah,
So
because Dampe is tier 0, so if you didn't check it, that's on you.
Okay, so Pioneer getting that nice quickie one cycle on Queen Goma. Bombs don't do damage to these guys, so they're actually really annoying to fight as Child Link. I'm not going to lie.
Really annoying to fight just in general. I hate the redeads.
That's true. After you fight one of them and defeat them, the other one will start walking towards. Oh, silver gauntlets. That's another check. That was pretty big. It's another square for Pioneer. Pink is Pioneer again, just to clarify on the bingo card.
Pioneer now at 2. So Pioneer doesn't even have to get the one that requires a wallet in order to obtain it, unless they want to get golden gauntlets for some reason.
Yeah, and Pioneer also beating the Deca Tree, another square on the card. So that's another. Oh yeah,
that is one. Didn't even notice that. So yeah, Pioneer again has the checks right now, but bingos can turn around very rapidly depending on how things kind of work out. So depending on what VARN does now that they have the bomb bag, it could really shift the momentum here unless Pioneer opts to go for the Dampe check, which they might be doing right now.
Yeah, I did find it to be a bit strange that Pioneer decided to go back to being a child so quickly. Usually when people go adult, they want to stay adult for like at least a little bit. Like usually like you know, when these will take like 3 hours or something like that, I find myself being an adult for at least 40 minutes before I go back to being a child. I feel like Pioneer like went back pretty quickly.
I guess it was like the whole Deku Shield thing kind of shifted their perspective of what to do next, even though they had a bonus song. So me personally, I probably would have made the same play, but that's because I don't really mind going to finishing out Deku Tree. But again, that's just me. So it looks like Pioneer is going to opt to go for Dampe, so they are going to pick up the bomb bag as well, and VARN has not actually gone adult yet, so they have not picked up any of the adult exclusive items, including the Deku Shield, which is in the shop as adult was it adult Kakariko?
Yes, adult Kakariko. And honestly, when I first saw the bomb bag, I thought it was a wallet. Like when Dampe dug it out, I thought it was a wallet at first, and I was like, oh, no way. Also, VARN does have an explosive check that they could do that's like right there to the left, and they're already waiting for it to be daytime, so it's not like wasting too much time to go check it, but I guess they're opting not to do so.
Yeah. Well, are they
wait, wait, are they? I'm getting baited so hard right now.
Because again, if they want to go for the bomb shoot bowling check, they're gonna have to wait around even more for it to turn night yet again. So, not really sure overall what the plan is here.
Is a Pioneer getting all the Skulltulas, as there are many in Kakariko at nighttime.
And also opening out the path to the Garuda? No.
Death Mountain.
Death Mountain. The path to Death Mountain. So just saying words right now, don't worry about me. Oh, it looks like VARN is actually going to be opting to go adult. Okay. Kind of following a bit of a different path from how Pioneer played this out. But again, not a bad play because there's quite a few things as adult that is pretty pivotal to winning in this randomizer. So one of them has Song of Storms, right? So one of them could actually enter bottom of the well. I don't remember who it is. I It's Piner?
I remember Piner has Song of Storms and also Epona's Song. One of the disadvantages of going to bottom of the well at this point is that neither of these players have Zelda's Lullaby, which costs 225 rupees if I remember correctly,
Yeah,
in the
it's expensive.
in the shop in Korkiri Forest. And that's gonna take a while to get to. And Zelda's Lullaby opens a lot of checks in bottom of the well. All right, Piner's probably going to be very excited as they talk to Dampe and pay 10 rupees for this bomb bag. And boom, there it is.
It is. Now both players have acquired level 1 bomb bag, and both of them, especially Piner, considering that Piner already knows about a lot of stuff that Varn has yet to really encounter. But one of the things that's kind of opened up is the Dungus Cavern can be finished. There's a ton, and I mean a ton of checks in the grottos in the field that have opened up that Pioneer can just kind of go for and clear out. Me personally, that's something that I would do, but it looks like
Yeah.
Pioneer might be opting for a Bomb of the World right now, even without Zelda's Lullaby, which, again, since they're already here, might as well get it out the way.
Yeah, not too bad of a thing to do. There is a chance that Piner will have to double dip in bottom of the wall and come back later once they acquire Zelda's Lullaby. They do have a lot of options now, so this is just kind of one of them, and it's right here, so not too bad of a choice.
Yeah, I definitely don't disagree with it. I would disagree if they didn't have explosives, because there's quite a few things that require explosives in the bottom of the wall.
Mm-hmm. Cool, so here we are in bottom of the well. Varn going into Kakariko as adult, going to get these, I guess, tier 0 checks, I suppose.
Yeah, because none of these require anything. That means Varn's about to get fooled. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Who's ready for fool number 2?
Yeah, if Varn actually doesn't mash fast enough, there is a small chance that they'll die because they have 1 heart right now.
Yeah, they're gonna get sent back and reloaded from. It looks like they're gonna enter the shop first, so at the very least they won't have to enter from the beginning of the Kakariko village, and they're gonna see
Ooh, Sun Song pickup for Piner, very nice.
Sunsong. That is nice. It's quite a few checks that kind of open up, and just a bit of a different way you can play some of the areas instead of having to wait around for time. You can just change the time yourself, so pretty convenient, like time saver overall.
Yeah, absolutely. Varn hovering the Lens of Lies and going over to the other side. Got a couple of shields here, very nice to pick up if they're choosing to. They're gonna buy the Hylian shield first. 3 shields is on the card, and both of these runners have 3 swords right now, so only after getting the Hylian shield and the Deku shield, they will only need 1 shield, that being the mirror shield, in order to get that square.
Which we don't know where that is right now, but Piner can pretty easily acquire the Hylian shield as well if they get 80 rupees. And
I think they bought it earlier, actually.
I know they bought the Deku one, but I don't know if they bought the Hylian one. They might have.
Mm-hmm.
Me personally, I would change over to Hylian just because I don't want my Deku shield getting burned up here by the fire bats, but I'm not even sure they can get there. Okay, so yeah, Piner does have. Piner did exactly what I just said. It's almost like they're listening to. They're not, by the way. That was just pure coincidence and us thinking the same way. But yeah, opting to change out of the fire shield just because of the fact that there are fire bats, and the fire bats can burn through Deku shields because it is made of wood.
I actually hate this room.
Yeah, I do not like
this room just like makes me upset.
Yeah, and there's
just
the
like
fire bats right there.
the fire keys really just taking a bite out of Piner's health.
Yep.
Okay, they do have a setup here.
so
Oh, the
this is-
keys actually moved Piner a little bit. That was very close. There are like fake floors there that you can fall into.
Mhm.
All right, now Piner won't be able to get this item that is up above here, but they'll be able to check it, which is just a Deku shield. They already have a Deku shield, so not that important.
Yep. And the like over here is just out here trying to steal your shield because that's what those ugly little things do. They steal your shield. And Piner asserting dominance over the slain like completely disrespecting it. Absolutely savage.
Absolutely. Okay, there's 1 chest at the bottom of the well, but Piner's gonna grab that. Usually very common for people to save and quit after they do this. dragoR1n is going to be entering Dodongo's cavern, and since they already have explosives, they can completely clear out this dungeon in one go.
Unlike Pioneer, who now has to backtrack at some point in order to clear out the rest of the Dodongo's cavern.
Exactly. And I believe Pioneer found Minuet here, right?
Something like, I mean, Minuet of Forest, I think it was on the left side somewhere.
Yes, and I believe the rest of the items were not very useful. dragoR1n taking
Forgetting
it here.
that they have very little HP still.
If you walk over that lava with the Goron tunic, you'll actually not take damage for a small period of time. So there's a chance that they were under the impression they had the Goron tunic with the tunic color changed.
A bit of fire invincibility from the Goron tunic. That is kind of like the whole aesthetic of it. It is anti-fire, so it doesn't really, you don't incur damage like that.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if sticks do damage. Okay, they do. I couldn't remember if sticks did damage to these guys. I know they're very weird with how they work.
Yeah, I don't see why they wouldn't take damage. I don't remember there being like any sort of...
They don't take damage to bombs, so tell me why a stick does damage to them. Very strange.
Yeah, it's a little bit weird. It's like, oh, what's this? Reanimated corpses? Well, you know, you can't blow them up, but you can sure hit them with this here stick right here. Whack 'em good.
All right, Varn's gonna hit the switch. When you're an adult, you can kind of just climb up there. Normally, you have to go to this big, long puzzle all the way around and then go to get that switch. But when you're adult Link, you can just be like, oh, I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. Varn going in here, I'm not exactly sure why. I don't think there's any checks in here.
I don't think so either. I think they realize this,
and I don't think they can.
Yes, putting
I don't think they can get out without, because you need to have a fire source to light the torches. There is a Deku Scrub in here, but the Deku Scrub doesn't give you an item. It gives you, they sell you refills of stuff, if I'm remembering correctly. So this is not a check. I think Varn now realizes, yeah. And yeah, you may be getting a little mixed up there. Unfortunately, they also can't go out the way they came in, which they may have also just now realized.
Getting onto that ledge is actually kind of akin to reaching the cereal box on the top of the fridge as a kid. You can't really reach it without getting a chair and kind of moving it, but as an adult, you just kind of just reach your arm up there, pull it off. It's literally the same concept if you just think about it.
Yep, and Varn also doing the mini boss here. This is not required to beat the dungeon. They did have the option to save and quit instead of doing this, but maybe they're thinking about like a check on the other side. But you can actually access the other side just by going in a different way. Okay, Pioneer's gonna get this Frog Song of Storms reward, and that's going to be a free square no matter what item you get.
These Litherfolks are kind of giving Varn the hands right now. I'm not even gonna lie. It's kind of savage how they're just running away from them. It's kind of messed up, to be honest with you. But fine, and it's 5 rupees from Frog Song and Storm check. So about what you would expect it.
5 rupees and a square on the bingo board for Pioneer. Not too bad.
Oh, was that? Oh yeah, it's Frog Song of Storms. Yep, that is another check. So looks like if Pioneer can get Spoopy Mask and beat Jabu's Belly, they'll be the winner. So, so with Spoopy Mask, that's just that's from doing the whole mask side quest, right?
Yeah. So this would mean that you have to show the guard Zelda's letter. Afterwards, you need to go to the Happy Mask shop and market, get the Keaton mask. Go to the guard and give him the Keaton mask. Go back to the Happy Mask shop to get the Skull mask. You need Saria's song, and you need to give the you may not need Saria's song. I'm not 1000% sure about that, but they do have Saria's song either way, and you need to give that to the Skull Kid. And then after you do that, you can go back to the Happy Mask shop, and they will give you the Spooky mask. So both players should be able to do that right now if they'd like to, but considering that is a guaranteed thing that you can do at any time, and it doesn't actually give you any item directly, all it will really do is give you a square on the card. Their time is usually better spent working towards other goals first.
But low-key, that is a viable option. dragoR1n. If Pioneer is able to acquire the What would you need in order to get into Zora's River? In order to get to what's it called? The Jabu Belly.
You will need Rudo's letter, which is exactly 1 check.
Yeah.
Which is a huge pain in the butt sometimes.
Yeah.
Pioneer trying to do the river thing there to use the Cucco to get in there without having Zelda's Lullaby. I believe we do allow that trick in the race, so they did fail it, which is unfortunately going to result in the swim of shame.
Hey, but there's money, even though Pioneer's capped on money, so it doesn't really do anything. But, you know, gotta go for a pretty nice, relaxing dip. It's hot out here, folks, you know.
It really is. It's
really
so
just be
hot.
It's hot.
It is so hot
Like,
outside.
let me tell you, I hate going to my car and trying to just get in it because it feels like a sauna. Like, I feel like I'm just melting out there. Not only that, every time I try and touch the steering wheel after I get in it, it's literally like touching the oven top after you just finished cooking eggs.
Ooh,
No
a map
cap.
for VARn.
Yep, so
Oh my
that
gosh,
makes
I gotta pick up those
one
bombs
map
too.
for VARn?
I think that is VARn's first map because they didn't get the Deku Tree map, and and that was a map that Pioneer got earlier. So that's Pioneer is 2, and VARn currently has 1.
Yep, so Pioneer is 1 up on maps at the moment.
And just again for clarification, pink is Pioneer and VARn is light blue for the bingo card. Just to make sure.
Everybody's on the same page.
Pioneer is going to be trying the Cucco through the waterfall one more time. I suck at this trick. I'm so bad at it, and I'm so afraid of like messing it up multiple times. Looks like Pioneer's gonna get it this time. Nicely done.
So entering Zora Domain, getting these checks out the way, including the shop, and a few other ones. There's the diving mini game. There's the one behind the waterfall. There's quite a few things.
And that is a fairy spell for 100 rupees.
One more. I'm telling you.
That is so
Leave
funny.
it on the counter. Be like, I'm gonna go break a rock outside real quick. I will be.
I will
But
be right
Link,
back.
Link can't
Hold
think
that for
about it.
me.
Like, Link could literally carry the extra rupee in his hand. I don't understand. This doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but you know what? We're just gonna throw logic out the window here.
So VARn can actually check this Skulltula up here that Pioneer was trying to jump slash earlier because they have bombs, which I find it would be so funny if this was an item that was important.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh wait, are they
No,
choosing
I
not to?
want- No, I want to know what it is. I want to know what it is. dude, for Christ's sake.
I don't know.
Please, it's one bomb. You can get that bomb anywhere. I want to know what's in that.
I wonder what VARn's thinking.
Yeah, I wish we could get in the mind of them so I could figure out why they haven't told me what's in that Skulltula. Oh, I gotta know, Tylenol. What's in the Skulltula? What's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box? Oh, looks like they're
Oh,
going back up.
no.
Oh, no. Alright, well, I climb these stairs and gotta get your cardio in for the day, you know?
That's probably such a workout. I can
Oh,
only
yeah.
imagine.
Link's literally jumping up these, like, I've never jumped upstairs before unless I was like a kid. And back then, you know, that was just nothing. That was fun to us back in the day. No,
Oh, VARn's not getting this goal. No.
No,
We're never gonna know what that check is.
we're never gonna know what's in the Skulltula. I'm gonna like be like laying awake at night.
Is Pioneer not gonna get this? Oh, I see. They tried to do the. Oh, yep. That sucks. They gotta go all the way back up and pay for that again.
So wait,
They
what
tried
did
to. They tried to light the torches and do that minigame at the same time to optimize it. But they, as a result, ran out of time, so they have to go back up, pay for the minigame again to get what would be the Zora scale in the vanilla video game. But and the randomizer is obviously a random item. So yeah, since they failed that, they're gonna have to go back up.
going in for round 2?
Okay, so if VARn wants to do this regularly, they actually cannot do it without a bow. So they kind of have to do that jump that we saw Pioneer do earlier, or some variant of that.
Yep. Some sort of black magic sorcery to get over there without doing the intended method.
Was this Minuet? I can't remember.
It was
think-
something.
Minuet. Oh yeah, I think it was the bomb chest, vanilla bomb chest. Okay, let's see. I don't know if Varn can get up there. Yeah, I was gonna say I think they have to do a roll jump from the spot that Pioneer did earlier.
Sure they know about this jump.
Yeah,
Pretty
looks
sure.
like they're doing it.
Yeah.
All right, Pioneer finishing up the waterfall game. I'm gonna go get a check.
I want to know what's in that sculpture tunnel.
I don't know if we're gonna find out anytime soon. Because if Varn didn't check it now, we're not. Then that means that there's a chance that Varn just forgot to check it. And if they forgot to check it, then they're probably not going to check it anytime soon. Meaning that we'd have to wait until Pioneer revisits Dodongo's Cavern, which I also don't think is happening anytime soon.
Yeah, so we're just gonna it's gonna have to stay a mystery for a while.
All right, 40 bullet bag seed. Not too useful now. It's not on the card, and you don't really need the extra seeds, so it's not that big of a deal. Varn trying to get this jump across this gap here. It's kind of like hard to get a good angle here. But I think as long as you're facing a little bit like more to the right,
I
roll off of this ledge.
Camera. Personally, I would reposition the camera just a bit further right. You basically want to aim for the tippy edge of that corner.
Mm-hmm.
Just reach out for the truth and just grab it. You know.
This looks like a better angle.
Oh,
yeah,
no,
nice job.
That would work. Didn't fall off like Pioneer did initially. So
That's true. All right, so this I believe was the minuet in this chest. I think. Yeah.
Yep, there it is. And Varn's also going to be able to get the rest of the checks here, which Pioneer was not able to.
Pioneer
acquire.
had to leave immediately after doing that, but Varn is able to continue going throughout this dungeon and get, I believe, 3 more checks than Pioneer did, which could matter a lot.
Yeah, this could be the difference. This could tip the scales in Varn's favor. Gonna go ahead and light up the eyes on the big old statue, the big old giant
It's gonna blow up in
Dodongo
their
head,
hand.
and
I was almost worried that they were gonna fall there.
that would have been really, really unfortunate. And Pioneer finds bomb shoes, which I was like,
I think Varn did the thing where you despawn the bomb. That goes into the eye. So I think they might have to drop it again.
well, that's
There was a bomb. See, I knew this was going to happen.
Yep.
I knew that there was going to be bombs locked
Literally.
behind bombs. It's so silly.
Bombs on bombs on bombs. It's like Wayne's gonna make a song on this like next week. Just wait. It's gonna drop. Promise.
Yeah, so that interaction that Varn just had is a very silly thing where if you drop a bomb in there, and I think if you go too far towards that rocky wall, you will actually despawn it. And it could have also been like mispositioning possibly, but I've had something like this happen to me before, and I was convinced, at least at the time, that it was a despawn.
I think Pioneer just found 2 sets of bomb shoes in both of the 2 different grottos in the Lost Woods, so that was cool.
Or bombs. Nice
We're just
little.
throwing out bombs like they're candy right now.
Exactly. Nice little jump there to skip the entire room that you would normally have to do as Child Link. This Deku Scrub in particular gives you a piece of heart, so it's actually. It gives you a piece of heart in the vanilla game. Randomly, it happened to give Pioneer a piece of heart.
Yeah, so
But
it just shuffled into probably a different piece of heart.
Varn is skipping another Skulltula. I don't know if they're aware of what they're doing right now.
I didn't know about that Skulltula. So.
yeah,
There's a second Skulltula that they could have checked that was in the room that you normally have to go to as Child Link. So they're actually skipping 2 checks here, which Pioneer has not checked yet as well. So
I wonder if Pioneer knows about that or if Varn doesn't know. See, this right here is why I'm very wary of doing randomizers with skulls in dungeon randomized, because I do not know where all of them
Pioneer finding the boomerang, that's huge.
That's big. That's big. Rudo's letter. Pioneer could pretty much finish this whole thing out if they can get Rudo's letter. If they acquire that,
Right.
it's GG. Looks like Varn is going to get the defeat King Dodongo Square completed. So Pioneer
Nicely
actually
done.
has a pretty good idea of where Varn is and what they've been doing because of that check being marked off. So
Now Pioneer opting to go to Goron City, get those bomb checks that they missed earlier.
also play Darunia, the Sarius song as well.
That's very true. That's also another check that both these players can do. Is that a
Yeah.
hook shot? That looks like a hook shot. And it's 110 rupees.
110 rupees. Where this wallet upgrade? Please.
There are 3 of them. There's 3
and
of
we've
them.
seen exactly 0. Wait, no, Pioneer, go talk to the wait. Yeah, no. Talk to the Runia. What are you doing? What are you doing? Where are you going? Oh yeah, they can also do the maze, right? They can do that one maze. Oh yeah, they can get the. There's actually a lot of checks at Goron City. All they have to do is just stop the rolling Goron here, and then normally, what does rolling Goron normally give Link here? I don't remember.
So the rolling Goron will give Link. As a kid, it gives you a bomb bag upgrade. As an adult, the little Goron, that will give you a Goron tunic in the vanilla video game.
So it looks like Pioneer is going to opt to do the maze. I think it's like right, left gets you one of them, and then there's a certain path. Oh yeah, it gets you the 2 chests. So if you don't have as many bombs, if you only have bomb shoes, taking that path Pioneer just took gets you more chests.
Skull Mask yields a wallet. Which, guess what? Spooky Mask is also on the bingo card.
Well, that is so.
Pioneer said, wait a minute. What did that say? Pioneer read it twice.
The gear started turning. Wait, is Pioneer not going to go for the other chest? There's another chest. Oh, you have to wait.
That chest is only accessible if you have the Silver Gauntlets as an adult or the Megaton Hammer.
Oh, really? Huh. So I guess Pioneer.
Or with Hover Boots as an adult.
So yeah, Pioneer will have to come back here as an adult. I believe they do have Silver Gauntlets. Yeah, they do. It's marked off. So, and then there's another one here. There's quite a few chests.
Ooh,
yeah.
that Skulltula.
Song of Storms. Song of Storms grotto here. And check this out.
Pioneer levitating there for a little bit.
Yeah, Link just out here walking on air without the hover boots.
Without the hover boots, yeah.
And that full rupee. That's one thing that I need to do better with randomizers. Remembering all the Song of Storm grottos are just a lot of them. Yeah, they're everywhere.
Yeah, there's the ones that matter primarily are going to be that one that Pioneer just did, and there's one right outside of the Lost Woods. I don't think that there's any other ones that will give you a raw check that is like not that in the regular settings that you would do. But if you're doing Skull Sanity, there's a few more.
So
Just there's only 2 that you would do for the settings that Pioneer and VAR-N are currently doing.
Gotcha. Looks like VAR-N's gonna be able to get both of or all 3 of these chest checks.
Actually, no, because VAR-N does not have Silver Gauntlets.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, VAR-N did not.
Pioneer does, but VAR-N does not.
Yeah, so VAR-N is also going to get these same 2 checks, but does not have the capability of getting the 3rd one like Pioneer does. But Pioneer is a child, and that's the only thing limiting them from getting it.
And VAR-N also read the hint that said that Skull Mask does give you a wallet. More rupees for Pioneer, but no wallet to hold them.
Again, this doesn't really yield as much value to VAR-N just because of the fact that they don't have all the checks that Pioneer is basically set up to complete this seed right now, or complete this bingo card.
Yeah, specifically row 1.
Yeah, row 1 is theirs for the taking if they can find the Rudolph's letter.
Yeah.
So,
Well, they will need a little bit more than that. Actually, let me see. You need Rudolph's. Actually, yeah, because they already found the boomerang. Yeah. So they actually only need VAR-N trying to bomb that wall, but it is not a bombable wall. You have to stop. Link the Goron. Link the Goron. Yep.
Which is funny that Link the Goron is named after him, considering the fact that Link technically has not completed the Dango's Cavern in the past, in the seed. So, but
ironically, VAR-N has, but not in the past.
Yeah, but not in the past. So, bit of a time paradox there. I just noticed. I don't think Pioneer actually went and talked to the Runia. So that
Yeah, I don't
was
think
a
I don't think they
mischeck.
did either.
That was a mischeck. I don't know if they forgot about it or what. So,
Yeah.
but unfortunate.
It's really easy to miss stuff like that when you're doing these because there's just so much information. You can do note taking, of course, but even with note taking, it's just easy to like miss stuff.
Yeah, and like the dragoR1n had 5 rupees.
Now, 5 rupees does stink. However, opening up that shop's gonna be pretty nice. I believe Piner went in there as a kid, right?
Yeah, there was something in there. It was the hook shot. That's what it was.
Yeah, the hook shot for 110 rupees, which nobody has a thing, a wallet. And VARN actually, do they have a slingshot?
I don't think they do. I don't think they've collected it. That was from. What was the slingshot? I know the answer to this.
There were so many. All right, looks like all of the Bombchi Bowling Alley rewards are not very worth it. So Pioneer is going to drop all those bombs just to get the heck out of there. Lady at the desk is stealing all of Pioneer's money.
Yep.
I think it's 30 rupees per attempt, if I remember correctly.
She should feel bad for robbing from a kid. Honestly, that's pretty messed up, lady. Like,
All right, so
oh, looks like Pioneer might be starting the quest. So Pioneer might be going for roll 1, as it looks. They might do it as they go, and if they get go mode for completing Jabu, then this race is in the bag.
yeah, I can already kind of tell what Pioneer's leaning towards here because Pioneer wants to go use the Keaton mask to give to they're going adults, I guess.
Yeah, so instead of getting it going on that quest, we're going adult. All right. Well,
okay.
We have the start of it.
I guess in my mind, I was thinking Pioneer's gonna go give the Keaton mask to the guy, the guard, get the skull mask check so that you can get the wallet, that's the big thing.
Yeah.
And then after that, get Spooky Mask. You'll get wallet, Spooky Mask, get Hook Shot, and then you can use the Hook Shot as well as a bonus song to go to Gerudo's training ground. That was kind of the thought that I thought Pioneer was doing, but
yeah. Do you need Hook Shot to go to Gerudo training ground?
You don't need it. However, having Hook Shot gives you access to more things.
No, fair enough.
When you do go there. VARN is climbing Death Mountain. Are there checks here that they can
there's
do?
a heart piece that you can get when you walk in and climb down those ropes.
Yeah, there's that one. That's right. And then there's a grotto, right? Yeah. Okay. So there's 2 checks here that they can check.
Because I think you need Zelda's Lullaby to access the fairy song.
Correct. Yes.
The fairy checks. So
this is an interesting idea. I never do stuff like this, but I could see it paying off like a lot.
No, I definitely do stuff like this, especially because of the fact that I prefer doing overall checks.
Yeah.
Just because I like getting that stuff, I find it satisfying. So this is well worth it, in my opinion, at least to know what's there. They can also, I mean, they technically could have already gotten the. Oh no, you need Hookshot in order to do the check for not the Blur of Fire. So that's not something they.
Is that gonna blow up the rock? I don't think it will.
What's that? I can't tell what that thing is. That
it was so
piece.
far away. And VARN, did they buy one earlier?
I don't think so. Wait, yes, they did. I think they did.
Oh, unlucky. Do they have enough time to get up here? This should be fine, actually.
If they go for the grotto, assuming that it's open, it should be fine. Even without it, it should be fine.
All right, so Pioneer taking their second dip into Dodongo's cavern. Maybe we'll find out what's in that Skulltula.
Gonna find out what's in the Skulltula. Let's go, because Pioneer was just as obsessed with it as I was. So we're gonna find out what is in that Skulltula, and it's a piece of heart inside of that grotto. All right.
I am still really curious to know what Pioneer's thought process is here, because I was really convinced that they were just gonna go get the skull mask. But instead they're opting to go back to Dodongo's cavern.
They want to finish it out like VARN did, because they saw that they did it, so kind of matching them.
Oh yeah, that's true. So Pioneer knows that VARN beat King Dodongo, so maybe there's a little bit of, oh, like they have something that I don't have. type thing going on.
And
I
what's
didn't
oh yeah,
really-
that sculpture. I forgot about that one. What
yeah,
is
that
the-
one's only accessible with a hook shot. And we got bombs. There we go. Now we know,
we know.
Ford.
We know. My heart is set at ease.
Now what we don't know is about that skull that's at the very end.
Yep.
That Varun actually skipped.
But now the question remains: does Pioneer know about it, and will they go for it? You can't see it right now, but I have that thinking sussy the face that you see with Dwayne the Rock Johnson. You know the meme. Like,
Yeah.
that's me right now.
Yeah.
Except I'm far less handsome than Dwayne the Rock Johnson, and talented, and
Oh my goodness.
the list goes on.
It's a Pioneer going to find bombs in bombs behind bombs.
Bombs on bombs.
Yep. Just like Varun did earlier.
It's like that one song, what? Bombs over Baghdad? What's
Yeah, that's the one. You
Oh,
fool!
I forgot. Varun didn't actually go for that
Oh
yet.
my gosh, I cannot believe Pioneer didn't fall there. Alright, now that Pioneer going for a little bit of optimal little movement there, little schmovement.
Schmoo on him. Schmoo on him.
Did Varun get? Oh, Varun didn't get this check earlier. I thought they did.
No, they did not.
I guess not. Okay. It's the Decanut upgrade.
No.
Very. Although it's like not on the card, it's pretty like useful just to have, like for real.
Yeah. Just go nuts, you know?
Okay, so
That's
Pioneer is
fine.
going straight to that Skulltula that Varun skipped earlier. I am really curious to know if that makes a difference.
Yeah, let's see. Will this be the defining factor? Is this gonna be Rudolph's letter? No.
If it's Rudo's letter, that'd be insane.
That would be some BS, but we're gonna find out.
Just bombs.
And-
All right.
Well,
And you know, like when that happens, it's just like in retrospect, Varun was just literally a genius.
yeah. No, like
It's
they
like
were
it's just free time save.
thinking 4D chess, like 50 steps ahead. Like
Varun already knows that that's a skull in there. So I guess maybe they're just getting it just cause. I don't know. Because they did check this earlier, I remember.
might be going for the sculptural reward at 20,
Yeah, how many did they have? I missed it just now.
17.
Okay, yeah, they're getting pretty close. Alrighty. The Dampe race maybe for Varun? I don't think they've done that yet.
Yeah, they haven't, so that's next up on the agenda.
Nice fire keys, very friendly,
Huh?
cuddly creatures in the Legend of Zelda universe.
Looking to just give you a hug, you know?
Yeah.
A nice warm hug.
It's warm, alright.
Oh yeah.
It's
I don't think-
definitely. Some may even say it's on fire.
Oh yeah. Like you know that one Beyonce song.
Yeah. That's 9 hearts for Pioneer. Only 2 away from the 11 hearts
Yep.
square on the bingo card.
And if Pioneer gets a wallet, they can just buy those two, I believe. I'm pretty sure there's like a couple of hearts.
Yeah, like for 100
Fine.
plus.
Yeah. I don't think either player has actually opted to go for the Sun Song grade. I'm curious what's in there.
Oh yeah, cause well no, Pioneer only recently got Sunsong. But yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's a good point. I completely forgot about that check.
Yeah, I'm the type of person, like, I think of all of these, like, really out there overworld checks. Meanwhile, like, other players are a lot more, like, in-dungeon type stuff. I've explored the overworld of this game so much that I just kind of, my brain is connected to all these useless places that people don't normally go.
Yeah, and Pioneer defeating King Dodongo, that will net them the square on the card, so both players have defeated King Dodongo.
I forgot what medallion / emerald is yielded.
This seed for this one, there's the Song of Storms for Varun. I forgot that was there. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I forgot about that too.
Okay, so I think this was a light medallion, if memory is serving me correctly. Oh, Shadow. Yeah, my bad.
Shadow medallion. So they only need the what was the other medallions you need for that one check?
Shadow and Spirit, and that will
Shadow
give
and
you
Spirit.
what normally is the light arrows.
Yeah. And then I think you need the 3 like fire, water, and what was the other one? For
It's-
the
you need
4th
l-
medallion. For
need,
that one check with
yeah. Yeah, that's for Nocturne of Shadow. Magic
Magic?
Oh
my
my goodness.
good. All right. Well, Piner is one step closer to being able to use fire arrows now. Which
Now all they need is a bow, which we did find, but for 275 rupees, a bit pricey. Unfortunately, not a big enough vault to make that happen.
hard between two wall upgrades, which neither player actually has right now. So they both know where it is. They just neither of them can acquire it. I wonder where is Piner going now.
Perhaps for the spooky mask. That's what I would expect here. This is a very good like spot to do it. It's daytime. You're right next to what's it called, Kakariko Village. They're even going as far to equip the Keaton mask. I think that that is pretty clear that they're doing that.
You know, I just thought about. I don't think anybody has checked the. We've been talking about Riddle's letter. Did anyone actually check the Riddle's letter like location?
They can't get it unless they have a silver scale, which I believe silver scale is on the card. Yeah, you can check it. That's true, and I do think that they had. I think at least VARN had opportunity to check it conveniently. I don't think Piner has.
They both went down the river though. Remember after they did the Cucko thing.
Huh. I thought Piner's saving. Yeah, you're right. Actually, for some reason I thought that Piner's saving quit, but no, you're right. I think they both did. Alright, so Keaton mask for the guard. VARN going back to being a child.
And if I were Piner, I would be checking every single bomb grotto in Hyrule Field.
There's the magic.
Oh, there's the magic. Every single bomb grotto in Hyrule Field should be checked by Piner at this point, to be honest.
I feel like not many of them have been checked.
No, like there's so many free checks now that they have bombs. Like you should just go around the outer rim, check all of them, and make sure just get out the way. Like get out the way now. Like, again, Riddle's letter. Riddle's letter is kind of the key to Piner's victory at this point. So they should be checking anything that they can in order to get it. VARN has barely filled one square. Piner has like freedom, and like I mean, they could assume that VARN is kind of setting up for some stuff, and it's just like pieces being put together. But if I were Piner, I would be going for any checks I can in order to try and find that letter. That letter is the key to victory here.
Exactly. And VARN talking to that little like statue thingy, or whatever it is. Specifically, that's being done so that they know which dungeons will give you medallions, as opposed to stones. What are they called? Stones.
Stones.
They have like another name, like something stones. I can't remember.
I don't know.
Either way.
Something like that.
All right, so Piner now acquiring the skull mask. So now they will have to save and quit. I think would be optimal. Oh, they could play Minuet as well.
Yeah, Minuet.
They're choosing to save and quit instead, though. But Minuet is also an option.
Again, me personally, checking those grottos. That's the thing that Piner should be going for, in my opinion. Because I mean, getting the spooky mask out the way, yeah, sure, go ahead. But
and remember the spooky mask check for the item in the grotto in Lost Woods will give you a wallet. That is something that Piner knows.
True.
Because of the hint from earlier, which is huge, actually.
So that might be the thought process now, and they might use that new expanded wallet in order to start investing into other things that they need to buy. So there's always that option as well.
VARN waiting for nighttime here. I believe this is to check the shop that you can only access at nighttime in market, and also I don't know if they returned Richard to his house.
Yeah, I don't know if they've done Richard Z or not. So.
Richard Z. Yeah, so well, it looks like that might be what's on the table for VARN right now. Young pup named Richard. Okay. So according to the hint that we read earlier, Piner should be getting a wallet upgrade here.
Yep. If the rumors we heard in the grapevine are true.
Mm-hmm.
This is such an odd scene, by the way.
Yeah.
It's honestly kind of terrifying if you were playing through this as a kid.
I mean, what isn't terrifying? Remember the Redeads?
Yeah, no, the Redeads absolutely scared the heck out of me.
Yeah.
Let's see. I don't remember what Richard Z gave. It was,
It was
5 rupees.
yeah, I
I
remember
remember.
that.
It's
And
worth it.
Piner with the 200 rupee
First
wallet.
wallet upgrade of the run. And technically, that's actually a tier 0 check because of the fact that you really don't need anything in order to get that.
Piner could buy those iron boots that Varen's looking at, but Varen
Yeah.
cannot buy them without the wallet upgrade. They'll have
Yeah.
to go get that spooky or the skull mask
mask.
rather. Now, if Piner's not going to go do continue the quest. They have to go talk to the Skull Kid if they want to get spooky mask the square, right? On the card.
They do.
Yeah, they didn't do it. They're right in the Lost Woods already, so
I mean, you can do that at any point just because of the fact that, again, Child Link save quitting takes you back to Kokiri Forest. Jesus Christ.
correct, yeah. And you can also Pioneer does have minuet. Well, both runners have minuet actually, so they can both warp to the forest.
So it's not really a huge deal on that. But I'm just wondering where Pioneer is headed right now. What's the plan? What's the game plan here? What are we doing?
What this check wasn't good if I remember correctly, but didn't they do that? Oh no, Varen did that earlier. I don't remember. It was just a skull, right? Not is Pioneer going to market?
Sure. Let's see what Varen
Where wasn't the hook shot in Goron City where Pioneer just was a second ago?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm not sure what Pioneer's doing. I thought I knew, but I'm not too sure now. Oh yeah, I forgot how loaded the shop was. There's a strength upgrade.
Great. And then there's
that's Zelda's Lullaby for 225, I think, right?
Yeah, ZL is, and it's just barely out. Like it's
215.
215. That's 2 wallet upgrades. We don't even know where one is at this. We don't even know what the second one is, or what it would take to get it. Like there's just so much. There's so much unknown, so much mystery behind this seed as it currently stands. So there's still quite a bit, and the biggest mystery as it stands right now is, again, finding that Rudo's letter. That is the key that Pioneer needs in order to secure a victory. But looks like they're gonna turn it to daytime. All right, so probably going to go back into.
Pioneer might not remember which shop had the hook shot. I think that's what happened.
I think that is what happened.
Because like the hook shot was in Goron City, but maybe they think that it was in Market, which they will soon find out that it is not in Market. Let's see if they only shop for. Okay, they're going for a bunch of rupees. I was gonna say if they only get like a couple of rupees here because they remember it was like 100 something, then maybe they think hook shots here. But I have a strong feeling. Yeah, okay, I don't know. I think Pioneer thinks hook shots in Market, but it's not here.
Well, we'll find out soon.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Collecting those bomb shoes.
Yeah, bomb shoes are pretty nice to have. Quicker, what's it called? Explosives.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Pioneer, it's not here. Oh, I'm so wait.
Where are you going? Why are you running? Where? No, I don't know what Pioneer's plan is. I thought.
The reason, okay, so for people watching, the reason why I'm so confused is I play these with Pioneer a lot. Like we've done over 100 races, so like I really I'm trying to like vibe with what Pioneer's doing right now, and I'm really confused.
I get their head.
Nice, what's it called? Heart container pickup by Varen, getting them to 8 hearts.
Mm-hmm. So now they are only what for 3?
Three more, and Pioneer's 2 off if I remember correctly. Pioneer could actually go buy a couple more and just get there, but that square is all the way at the bottom right, so it's not a very important bingo square. Looks like Varen's gonna do the Ocarina minigame that they skipped way earlier.
Wondering what Varen is going for as far as like which row and column. I'm really curious about that.
Part of me feels like they're trying to just like get more access to the rest of the game since they do lack like the wallet, which accesses so many things, and just things like the bow, hook shot, etc.
Yeah, because as it stands right now, Pioneer is set up pretty nicely to be able to finish this out. They just need one.
Oh no,
key
they
fact.
failed the Ocarina minigame. That is such a pain in the butt when that happens.
Yeah, it's annoying.
Yeah.
But Varen is still trying to kind of piece together what all is necessary in order to finish this thing out, but it's definitely still possible. They just, for all we know, Zelda's all or not Zelda's all like Ruto's letter could be behind a bunch of real unfortunate stuff, like something really tedious, like
It's in the very back corner of the Spirit Temple, you know, like which we just definitely don't have access to right now.
Yep, or like 3 like gems, the 3 gems, like the the sapphire, the all that other stuff. Like if it's locked behind that, that's gonna be a pain in the butt.
Choosing to buy the Lens of Truth, I think that's fine.
Lens of Truth minigame?
Yeah, it's only for 1 check, but it is expensive, and yeah, like that's $275. Yeah, it's an expensive one.
Yeah, so
I think Pioneer forgot where the hook shot is.
I mean, they're gonna find it soon enough because they're heading up to.
Yeah, they're heading towards it now. Although they do lack the money, which is kind of annoying because it was pretty pricey. So they're gonna have to farm a lot of rupees. Another bomb chew pull for Varn here.
I think that most of those grottos in the Lost Woods was just like it was just a bunch of bomb chews.
Tons of bomb chews.
Yeah, they're making their way up the Death Mountain, getting to the shop, seeing how much the hookshot is in case they forgot.
These guys don't give you items for checks. Yeah, so Varn, I think realizing that you don't get items from those scrubs.
I would have made similar mistakes. Okay, so it looks like Pioneer is now going to opt to check
that last one.
Yep.
That last one right there. Which you could not check without Silver Gauntlets or the Megaton Hammer. It would be really funny if the hammer was behind this, not gonna lie.
And
big dollar. Wow, that's so convenient,
dollar.
actually.
That's actually huge. Normally that wouldn't be great, but in this situation, it's massive.
Yeah, Pioneer just spent all of their money and like kind of need it for oh,
and they're
nice.
about to get
Wow.
5 more, even though they're capped out. Good old Link the Goron.
Link the Goron.
Link the Goron. And the path has opened.
So they can get hookshot and actually go towards the Fire Temple now if they'd like to.
Yeah, no, that's the Bolero fire check as well. So
as well as a couple of checks. Okay, Varn picking up that boomerang.
So again, Varn is opening up basically all the opportunities that Pioneer has had up until this point in order to finish it out, but they need to essentially do all of the stuff that Pioneer has done up to this point. So they need to get the Deku Stick capacity, which I don't remember where it's at. They need to get the Song of Storms, and they need to finish out Deku Tree, which they for sure can do. Again, the opportunities are presenting itself for them. They just need to reach out and just grab it.
Pioneer does not have a Goron tunic, I don't think so.
No, so they
Yeah,
can't stay here
timed
for very long, but
Yeah.
it's fine. 1 minute is plenty. If there's anything that SA2 has taught me, 5 minutes should be plenty. As a kid, that 5 minutes was not enough, by the way, Rouge.
It was not enough, not at all. I 1000% agree. Now, Pioneer, I don't think can you make this jump? Oh, you can. Okay, you can.
You can.
It's the other way around. You can't make the jump,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just gonna check the probably the grotto. That over there would seem to be a full heart container, and the heart piece that would normally be off that cliff. And thank you, Rock, for getting in the way of destroying Big Rock.
That is a funny thing that comes up. Beyond the Wasteland is a blue rupee.
Yeah, so definitely go out of your way for that.
There is a square technically at the bottom left.
Oh yeah.
All 4 Wasteland Colossus. There, Sculptures.
I personally wouldn't go for it, even with Lens of Truth, because I hate that place. Awful. Awful. And yeah, it's Pioneer is just like, nope, I'm out of here. And
Respawning.
And honestly, that's fair, because climbing up that would have taken forever. That was the play.
What are they going for here? They climb up, but like they can't do the Great Fairy because they don't have Zelda's Lullaby. Oh wait, did they not see it? Was that an accident?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
they
guess
didn't see
not.
it. Yeah, okay.
And
They weren't
it was-
sure.
So the fall was actually completely on accident. That's
The
pretty
second
funny.
time, that was on purpose. Okay, so it looks like Varn's going back to actually finish the Deku Tree. So they're going to get that square, and I forget. Does Varn have Song of Storms?
Yes, they picked it up in what was it? It was either Dodongo's Cavern or the Domberries. I can't remember which one of it, but it was definitely
one
one
of
of those places.
Whichever one. So that means that they're going to get those 2 checks. I don't remember where the Deku Stick capacity upgrade is, but it shouldn't be too hard to get. Pioneer I know has achieved it, so Varn has followed a similar path to Pioneer at this point. So they're both gonna be in a pretty decent spot to do row 1. So
Are opting to fight the Skull Kid. Skull Kid will give you a big orange rupee that will, I think, fill up your wallet no matter how small, like how little money you have. So
you know about that.
get rich quick glitch or something like that.
Does he infinite money glitch in Ocarina of Time?
Infinite money glitch.
Does he respawn?
The Skull Kid, yeah, I believe the Skull Kid will
Yeah, so
respawn if you
you
leave and
just-
come back.
Farm him as much as you want.
Oh, Pioneer getting shot down by that scrub.
It's absolutely just destroyed.
That is
And-
Golden Gauntlets, I believe, right?
Yeah, that's Golden Gauntlets. That's another check.
That's
In-
seven checks in Ganon's castle.
That might be what they're going for right now if they're save quitting, because that takes them directly to outside of Ganon's castle, because you're going to Temple of Time. So,
Varn getting
Sure.
their second map, I think.
all right. So while Pioneer goes for those checks, I'm actually going to grab a quick drink. So I will be right back.
I think Varn's not going to do B1 skip and is instead just going to go take the regular route to beating Deku Tree. Yeah, Deku Nuts don't work on that guy. Only the Deku Shield does. Really funny how that works. I say like really wanted to make sure that in a casual playthrough that you learn to deflect nuts with your shield. Okay, now Pioneer is going to go to, I guess, the Shadow Trial first here, it looks like. There is one chest they can access. They cannot access more than one here, unfortunately. I'm just going to hookshot over to it. Doing some kind of setup, I guess, to make sure you get maximum length. Alright. Ganon's Castle Key is on this. Ooh, we got Serenade of Water, very nice song for pathing. It's actually one of my like more preferred like warp songs, honestly, like for pathing, because you can warp to Lake Hylia as a kid, and then take the owl to go back to Market, which is a really like it's kind of like budget Prelude of Light, but only when you're a child. Which the big advantage of Prelude of Light in these races, in my opinion, is being able to access the Temple of Time in a very small amount of time, just being able to warp there instantly. Pioneer gonna grab all these silver rupees that make the funny noise that goes Scooby Dooby Doo.
All right, I am back. So have we achieved the 7 checks yet?
We have
So-
not done the 7 checks, but we've done almost all of the other ones.
All right. Well, we're gonna achieve the 7 checks of Exodia here pretty soon.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
just had to finish getting the Scooby Dooby Doo.
Skibby dooby doo. Oh, that sound.
Nice little double bomb drop there, or double switch hit there from Pioneer. All right, Varn's going to be. Oh, actually, Varn can grab this. Did Pioneer get this check earlier?
Oh,
I don't think Pioneer has been here. So this is a completely mystery item right here that Varn's not to check. We don't know what this is yet. What if it's
Yeah.
a wallet? Oh,
I don't think Pioneer had the boomerang at the time. What is it?
just bombs.
It's his bombs. So
Unlucky, and Pioneer going to get the what is it like? This is like the jackpot, like in Randomizer. Going here into this room is huge. There are 7 7 chests in this room.
Count them. 7.
1, 2,
1,
3,
2,
4.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Haha, yeah.
So many chests in this room.
So many
Statistically,
opportunities.
you are very likely to find something good here.
Yes, 1 recovery heart. Not that great, but you know, still opportunity.
Another key guaranteed to be here. Ganon's castle key is on the card. It's the center bingo square. Din's fire.
Fire.
Oh my goodness.
Getting the Nocturne of Shadows. Can enter Shadow Temple.
Okay, and another skull
Gold
token.
Shilla.
I think killing all the enemies will spawn another chest in the center. Yep.
So there's 2 more chests to be opened.
Don't know Ganon's castle boss key.
Yeah, I don't know where it might be.
Oh, the
that
giant. Oh,
Giant's wallet.
That's
That's huge. That's massive.
And
And
Ganon's
Ganon's
castle boss
castles.
key.
Wow. So
That is pretty
wow.
big.
So man, that's a lot of setup to get to that though. You had to get all 3 strength upgrades just to get the Giant's wallet, but I mean it's a lot.
And there is one chest that Piner is able to check up here going towards fighting Ganon. Since this is bingo, the goal is to get a bingo, not to beat Ganondorf. So Piner's not going up here to fight the final boss.
Speaking of, Pioneer could, because they can go get the bow and light arrows.
Yeah,
No matter
true.
what.
Yeah, they actually could. Alright, Varn coming up here on Queen Goma.
So who knows? Maybe depending on how things work out, we could possibly see a end of bingo, depending on like the time left and all that. Defeat Ganon type thing.
Yeah.
If Pioneer's feeling up for it.
Alright. Looks like Varn's trying to get some jump slashes. I don't remember if I couldn't tell if they were going for like the crouch stab strat to get the 1 cycle or not.
Let's see what's in
Alright.
the boss key chest. It is alright.
Just getting a little richer.
Yeah. 1 step closer to affording all those things now that Pioneer's got the Giant's wallet.
Alright. Looks like Pioneer's going to the Forest Temple? No? Okay, no Forest Temple. Yeah, no bow, so it makes sense.
It's really not worth it. Not that Jobu.
Mm-hmm.
Just stab that dude in the butt.
Get a little richer.
Yeah. Making that shmoney any way you can, you know, it's hard out here. Hyrule's it's a very seedy and devious place, you know. Yeah. Oh, okay. Miner, just go ahead and kill that there forest guard. He's gonna keep doing it. Oh, look at he's just standing there menacingly.
Alright, and Varn beating Goma, getting that square on the card, or beat the Deku Tree as the square on the card. I never know like when we're supposed to technically mark it. It's like, because beating Goma is kind of like beating the Deku Tree, but technically you don't beat the Deku Tree until you get the thing. But when you beat Goma, you beat Goma. And both of those are like bingo squares, so it's kind of funny. And Varn gonna pick up those silver gauntlets, very nice.
So
1 step closer to getting those wallets.
So that's how you get the 2nd strength upgrade. So yeah, Varn is actually set up to get the big wallet as well. So if they opt to get the wallet upgrade and then get the other strength upgrade, they can proceed to follow the same path as Pioneer. But again, there's a lot of steps you kind of have to follow. And you have to kind of follow that same train of thought, which not everybody's going to do. You know, everyone approaches it differently. And looks like Pioneer's going to opt to kill the Skull Kid yet again for that big profit, you know. Just, wow, Pioneer disrespecting the Skull Kid. Wow, that's just me. That was a child. You just murdered a child for profit. Wow, I honestly thought you were better than that, Pioneer.
I guess you only get 200 rupees from the orange rupee. I thought it filled up your wallet, but I guess I'm misremembering.
I would have gone and killed him again. I know I just went through that whole spiel about chastising Pioneer for killing a child, but I would have done it again just to finish filling out the wallet personally. That's just me. I mean, if I'm already gonna be a bad person, I'm gonna go all the way. I'm not gonna half-heart it, you know. I'm just gonna be the worst person. I'm gonna be the villain. I'm not gonna be a villain. I'm gonna be like the Joker, you know, like Joker, baby. And it looks like Varn is opting to go to check Zora's River. I don't think they've done that yet. So
They haven't, but they will have to do the Cucco River or waterfall rather, because they don't have Zelda's Lullaby yet.
yeah, this is. I mean, but they are going to get the Sonic Storms check, which is going to be again a mark off on the card. So it's all worth it. All part of the plan. Why did those rocks not explode?
They're just a hair too far behind. I think in like Majora's Mask they increased the hitbox size or something, or like the way the bombs work.
Yo, let's
so
go.
like it actually like would have probably blown up there in MM, but not in OOT.
Shout outs to the buff bomb size patch and Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask.
Yeah, it's like size or it's something about them. I can't exactly remember. Yeah, VAR1n did get that Skulltula earlier, as it did kill them.
If we all remember, that was something that happened. That was a very tragic death. But I mean, it didn't really waste any time. It just felt bad. It was one of those feelings where it's like, man, I wish that didn't happen.
It's like, no, I'm getting the bow.
Bow acquired.
The bow hook shot now seems like a really nice time to go to.
El Forest Temple, yeah.
You could go to Forest Temple, or you could do the bow game here that Piner's doing. Maybe they'll do a bit better this time than they did in the slingshot one.
Yeah, maybe been hitting that aim trainer, you know.
Yeah.
Kovacs 2.0. Honestly though, I'm not sure Piner's gonna go for Forest Temple, because even though they have everything that would be needed for it, Piner hates Forest Temple, so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so they might instead opt to go for Training Ground, which honestly probably would yield more checks, and that is 10 hearts. Piner is now 1 away from the 11 heart square, and honestly that sets them up for, again, another opportunity for the diagonal. Piner can get a second fairy spell and the mirror shield and be good to go. So Piner actually has a couple of opportunities for victory here, because they can just buy another heart container. There's another heart container that they could buy. There are heart pieces that they could buy that would total up to a full heart. There's a lot of opportunity here.
Yeah, and VAR1n meanwhile picking up their fourth square on the card for the Frog Song of Storms reward. So it's 6 squares on Piner's side to 4 on VAR1n. There is also a fairy spell in a shop, if I remember correctly. Nehru's Love was in the shop somewhere, and Piner currently has Din's Fire, so that square is on the table if Piner remembers that being an option. I'm not sure if VAR1n is or isn't remembering that they don't have Zelda's Lullaby, so they can only access that by doing that little cucko thing where they fly to get into the waterfall.
Sure. Was there anything in Zora's Domain that was really useful? Can't remember.
There's nothing. I don't think there's anything in there that Piner's used yet.
Yeah.
There might have been something in there useful, but I can't quite remember. I just remember Piner failed the game one
diving in the
time.
game.
Yeah.
Trying to be optimal, you know.
I don't know if anyone's done this. Has anyone done this, Grotto? Maybe VAR1n did earlier.
Maybe? I'm not sure. Let's see what's in it. And it's a piece of heart. Well,
Piece of heart.
again, 1 step closer to that 11 hearts. So, again, Piner kind of has another win con on the table, because, again, they can go by the other fairy spell. So, all they would need is to find Mirror Shield. So, Mirror Shield and Rio's Letter both are pivotal to if Piner wants to be able to close out and win this. But it's still anyone's game, because that could, either of the items could be anywhere. So it's up to either player in order to kind of suss out what needs to be done in order to achieve victory.
Yeah, and VAR1n did not check this earlier? I don't think they did.
I don't think so.
Yeah, so this is a new check that Piner's doing.
And
You
fool. Yeah.
A true classic.
True
Never gets old.
classic.
All right, what's Piner thinking now? GTG?
I'm thinking Jesus is
Looks
looking like a
GTG.
GTG angle, if you know what I'm saying. Me
know
personally,
exactly what you're saying.
I would check the rest of the explosion grottos here, but again, that's just me. No one seems to like the grottos in Hyrule Field. I'm telling you, that's just...
I think there's only one left that Piner had to check actually, but they can't get the item unless they have either iron boots or golden
that
scale. Yeah, that's the only one. They've checked all the other ones if I remember remembering correctly.
Yeah, but they could check it, and for all we know, that could be pivotal because you
That's
can
true.
buy the iron boots
You
and
can.
go get it. Like, what if it's the mirror shield? What if it's Fruito's letter?
It's very true. Statistically speaking, it's much more likely to be in GTG. That's probably what Piner is thinking. I imagine,
yeah.
at least.
A law of averages, I suppose, but I mean, forget the averages. We still gotta check those. We check Colin.
Absolutely. And Piner making a very subtle entrance here into Gerudo's fortress, riding the Epona, and Epona neighing very loudly. I don't think any of the guards noticed this, so it's probably okay.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, they have horses there. There's no way that they would have thought anything about a horse. It's just whatever. Like, that's just standard fare.
Exactly. And these settings that we have on, you only have to free one carpenter instead of all four, just for time save. So Piner will be getting that Gerudo membership card, granting them access to GTG, and Varen's entering bottom of the wall for, I think, the first time, right?
Yeah, this is their first time going. Piner could also check the that one piece of heart that's on that roof.
Yeah, there's a couple of things that Piner could check before going in to GTG, but they're opting to do it first, I suppose.
Yeah, and also there is the horseback minigame.
Yeah, that was the other one I had in mind. Okay, picking up the Sun Song here.
Lauren picks up the Sun Song.
Piner picked that up earlier when they had entered. Okay, bomb bag. Yep, bombs behind bombs, right?
Bombs on bombs on bombs. Yeah, you already know. And it's a key. It's like Piner's gonna go to the right first. Right side is the bright side.
So I wonder if Piner. I guess Piner might do like the save strat where you check the right side with the keys for GTG to see if the items are good, and then if they are, you keep it that way, and if they aren't, then you reset. Now this is a check that Varen's doing that Piner has not actually done. So Piner did not have Zelda's Lullaby when they came here, and they opted to leave before checking this room. This room you can actually access without Zelda's Lullaby, but it's a bit of a hassle to get to. And it looks like it's not going to pay off, just 20 rupees. And if Varen's not careful, those keys can turn into fire keys and burn that Deku shield right up.
Would equip the other shield. I would
Varen,
equip
no!
the shield. Oh my god. And that's why you always equip other shield.
Yeah, so Piner is checking the right side to see if these chests are worth it. And if they are not, then Piner will likely reset the console, and that is a Megaton hammer.
So that was well worth it. No reset.
Extremely worth.
Yeah. That's that's huge.
Piner not even blinking. That's keeping that. That's mine.
No, that's a keeper right there.
That's all me.
Right there. Isn't there like somewhere you can climb up to at some point?
There is. It would be on the left side, which Piner is currently going to, it looks like.
And the only way that you would really be able to know that's there casually is if you had Rings of Truth. Although, why would you
could
use the
technically guess it because there's another room you can see this room from.
Oh, okay. Where you know?
Which I saw that and I didn't know how to get there, and I never figured it out. Then I grew up, and the internet happened, and I was like, "Whoa, look, there it is! I now know because somebody else did it, and they posted a video of it. That's really cool."
Shout out to the internet. Truly a blessing and a curse.
All right, taking down these. What are they called? Stalfos?
Yeah. Alphos? Yeah, it's those. I was thinking of Lizlophos, but those are the lizard people.
Okay, Piner just a hair behind there. There's
is a specific spot you can stand in. Not, it's like rather lenient, but if you stand there, you can use the regular hook shot to get up there as opposed to the long shot. For a long while, I thought you could only access it with the long shot, but it turns out that is not the case.
They don't wall you behind having a long shot. Long shot really isn't that necessary for a lot of stuff in this game. It's like a few things at best that you need the long shot.
It is necessary. It's not necessary, I guess, but like there are times where you'll use it in randomizers to access GTG, which can be really very valuable. But opponent song is the primary way to do that.
Yeah, long shot is the other way. So I'm not saying it's without its uses. I'm just saying that it's not 100% required.
And Piner actually having silver gauntlets here is like pretty huge because there's 4 chests in that room that's locked behind that block right there. VAR1n leaving bottom of the well. Pretty much just getting Sun Song if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah, that was the only thing of real high value required from there. But it's still worth going there regardless. Bunch of arrows.
If the Deku Shield burns, it is not in your inventory. So if you had the square checked, you would have to uncheck it. Oh, it's at least your inventory.
Yep, you have to go get another one. Once you reacquire it, you can recheck it. It goes for anything that can enter or leave your inventory, like in terms of randomizers. Like if you don't have it, it doesn't count for a square.
Yeah, there's a really funny square. Oh yeah, VAR1n. Yep, you can't as Kidlink specifically, you cannot move those graves at daytime. It has to be nighttime. But VAR1n does have the Sun Song from earlier, so they will be able to make it nighttime and be able to move that and check the square that Pyre didn't check earlier. Pyre gonna lose their shield here, but gonna get it back shortly after.
So yeah, because of that kid who just likes to be a tattletale and snitch on you, you kind of just have to wait until nighttime because Dabe doesn't actually care. He'll see you can move it in front of him and he won't say nothing. So, but
true.
you know, he's the type of kid who's the teacher's pet who would remind the teacher that homework was due today. So you kind of just have to roll the punches. And Piner,
that is 11 hearts.
So
for Piner. And a bug bottle. That's gonna be the first bottle of this run, actually, right?
Yeah, no, we haven't seen any other bottles appear yet. Not the milk bottle, not the bottle that you would normally get from doing the pose. And that's another thing. What if either Mirror Shield or Rudo's letter is behind pose? Like like that would be awful.
You only need to collect one big PO, thankfully, for the settings that we're using for this race.
Oh, thank goodness.
So that does make things a lot less tedious.
Yeah, because I hate doing that side quest. It's so annoying.
VAR1n finding a Deku Stick, but not a Deku Stick upgrade. Very different than what they're looking for right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm having a bit of a hard time with these eyes.
This aim.
I'm almost like more concerned about how many times Piner is shooting as opposed to the aim because there are a lot of misses, and I'm like, you don't have unlimited arrows.
What are you at, Piner?
There's a nice little strat here that you can do after grabbing this check, where you can fall into the lava and it will spawn you back up at the top, so you don't actually have to hook shot your way back up here using the Scarecrow song.
I didn't even know they used the Scarecrow song here just because of the fact that my knowledge of the use of Scarecrow was pretty limited. So
it's basically just for extra stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's always kind of just been that way, I think.
There's this one spot in the Fire Temple I just didn't even know about that can only be accessed with the Scarecrow song.
Piner will be able to get one extra chest in this area just because they got the hammer.
Yep. So shout out to that hammer find. It was actually pretty huge.
Yeah. I'm not sure what
VAR1n might be looking to start the quest for the map.
Yeah, I think so.
Yep. Getting that underway, probably thinking a few steps ahead, looking to get the spooky mask, because I mean they already have the far ends of it, and getting the 20 stick upgrade. There's a few stick upgrades. Finishing Jabu's belly, they already have the boomerang, so that row 1 is well within VAR1n's reach, just as much as it is mine. So it really is up for either player's grab, and honestly, that's probably VAR1n's best bet.
Wait, did Piner shoot the eye?
Did they?
I don't think they shot the eye. Isn't there another chest in there?
I'm not sure.
Uh,
I might have missed out on a chest. That could be pivotal.
I saw them because they knocked the. Oh yeah, you cannot make that jump. This
You do this
is a
now?
very annoying area without hover boots or long shot.
I don't
You
think
kind of.
Byron can deal with it.
Yeah, understandably so. Now somebody has Serenade of Water. I can't remember if it was Varn or Piner.
They do. I was not paying attention. I did not see it.
Yeah, one person had Serenade. You had just left to get a drink when that happened.
That's why. Probably.
Yeah, I believe it's
Piner, 'cause
Piner. I believe it's
entered.
Piner.
Yeah, because they entered Ganon's castle at that point.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I think it was found in there.
Which Serenade really is only useful as like a teleportation song, but you know it's nice. It's there.
Yeah, I was saying earlier, it's like my favorite because it's kind of like 2 warp songs in one because you can use it as a child, and then there's the owl that will actually take you to the front of the market as a kid. That's very close to where Serenade warps you, and that's actually like kind of like having Prelude and Serenade at the same time.
It's big value.
Large stonks, and that's 12 hearts
12
for
hearts.
Piner.
Going above and beyond.
And they have enough keys to grab this chest that's normally ice arrows in the vanilla game, but this time around will be 50
50 smackaroonies. You know, as a kid, I was always under the impression that if you use the keys wrong, you would not be able to get the ice arrows anymore and you'd be soft locked out of them. Apparently that's not the case. Apparently there are more than enough keys to open every single door. And I was just a dumb kid.
I think there's like one more. Well, actually no, because like I think they have exactly enough. It's just that the ones to the right are not necessary to use, if that makes sense, because you can use the Song of Time
Yeah,
to
but
make the blocks appear.
if you burn all the ones on the right, then you don't lock yourself out from the ones on the left. That leads you to the ice arrows, yeah. And that was my impression as a kid. I was just wrong.
Yeah.
R-O-N-G, wrong.
Yep, that's how you spell it.
Yep. I am the greatest literary person ever. Buy my books.
I'm glad we could come to an agreement by your book.
Yes.
Right, Piner looking to do horseback archery.
Archery, yep.
Best minigame ever.
Yep. I actually wrote a book on horseback archery.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Where can I get this book?
At your local Barnes and Nobles. It's called Horseback Archery for Dummies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a bestseller. New York Times, you know, all that stuff.
That's impressive.
Yeah, no, people
When did it
really.
come out?
This was a new release. It's actually the 3rd edition of it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no, I've made some revisions to it and just improved the overall structure of it and flow to really kind of sell the idea that you too can become a horseback archer.
I'm impressed. I think I'm convinced. I've never had interest in doing this, but now I kind of do.
Oh yeah, no. Like, because I myself am also a horseback archer, that's why I am qualified to write a book on it. So, by you reading my book and buying it, there's several copies of it as well, so you can buy it for your friends. You too can have all your friends become professional horseback archers.
Thank you for that, Ford.
Yeah, you're welcome. Now, what use you have for that in the modern day? None of my business.
Varun.
Oh no, don't die. Okay, thank you. Really didn't want Varun to die to the
Hectite.
Hectites.
Yes. Piner's not getting the chest on the top. That's an easy one to forget. I used to forget that one all the time. Instead, maybe they're gonna go back. Actually, it looks like they're gonna go to get this hammer chest because there's one chest behind these red rocks.
I mean, I would have gotten it before I left, but
yeah. So let's see.
apparently, with that chest on the roof, you can actually acquire it twice. Or something like that. I remember reading something online about that, how you can acquire it as an adult and then acquire it as a kid.
Ooh, Piner not doing it. They're just leaving.
They're leaving it. They're leaving the chest. It's free.
I was going to say Piner can get all 4 Wasteland Colossus area Skulltulas.
at the bottom left and get 4 maps, like within reason. They don't need anything else. They have Lens of Truth, they have Magic, so they can get through the...
But they still need to get into the other child dungeon, which they can't do without the without Zerudo's letter. So
They wouldn't need to. I'm talking about BLTR, so bottom left to top right.
Oh, bottom left to top right. I mean, yeah, no, you're right. Actually,
Yeah, I think that's the winning bingo for Piner from this angle. But I'm not sure if they see it. That's another thing about playing randomizer bingo for OOT, is that sometimes you'll be like just doing checks and then you'll forget that you're like doing bingo.
Yeah.
And it's really easy to miss that. This is just gonna be a Skulltula since the overworld Skulltulas are not randomized with items.
True.
Piner is entering the Forest Temple.
Forest Temple, it's got a few things that you can check out, but most of it you're gonna want to have hookshot and arrows for it. So.
Yeah, now this Skulltula is randomized, but only the ones in dungeons will be randomized, which is why we're finding skull tokens in overworld areas in general. Those are ones that come from dungeons.
And swapped out and swapped around. Piner could honestly just use a nut here and just stun him out, but it's opting to go for the combat route, just completely throwing hands. And
Totally fighting fair by crouch stabbing.
Yeah, crouch stabbing, going for the ankles, just
going for the ankles. I love that.
gotta cut them ankles out. Snip, snip.
All right, Piner is looking for checks here, and also they can get another map. They did get a compass, which works towards 6 compasses, but 6 compasses, that's a lot of compasses.
That's a lot of compasses. That's a compass from 6 out of the 9 dungeons? 8? How many are
Well, there are maps and compasses in the mini dungeons, such as Bottom of the Well and Ice Cavern. So those have to be, those have to count as well, since they have map and compasses in them. Compi? I don't know.
Compilation.
Yes, something like that.
Yeah.
All right. Big dollars. I don't believe that Piner has purchased Zelda's Lullaby yet.
Which they definitely should, because that's huge. That's a big purchase. That opens up a lot of doors.
Or the Iron Boots from earlier.
Both of those are... Piner has a lot of opportunities that they've yet to utilize yet, and I hope that they do, because otherwise you're missing out on big opportunities. Because
Iron might catch up.
Varn might catch up, because Piner is missing out on a big opportunity. You could get every single fairy fountain. You can get that one check that requires an Iron Boots. You can get so much stuff. It's just... It's a lot of opportunity. I don't know what they're doing right now. What is this?
There is a very precise spot that you can stand at to hookshot up here. This saves a little bit of time to not have to travel to the other side. And what's it called? Use the Song of Time. However, I don't believe Piner has Song of Time, so they actually have to do this, I think. Maybe they don't have to. This is either a time set.
Is it not?
It would be if yes, if they, I believe so. Although I'm trying to like remember right now which side, because I kind of get them mixed up sometimes, but I want to say that this is either necessary based on Piner's current items, or it's faster based on Piner's current items.
They got up there now, so.
Yep, knocked down by the Skulltula, but not gonna make a difference. Gonna drain that water and then get the chest on the other side from hookshotting over.
Varn's about to go for the opponent's. Did that not happen earlier?
It did not. Yeah, I remember making a big deal about
that. I completely forgot about the whole opponent.
Yeah, Varn did not do this. I don't even think
either of them did it.
Okay.
It was a piece of heart. So.
Classic.
Yeah.
A piece of heart and nothing but love from Epona.
Yeah.
All in one go.
No, I was just assuming that it was gonna be pivotal. Pivotal. Wow. Okay, that's another map.
That is, I think, 3 maps. Yep, 3 maps. Piner pausing to double check. 3 maps for Piner.
Yep. So There's another dungeon that Pioneer can enter and get that fourth map squared out.
I wonder if Pioneer realizes that they just have to like go to like one more dungeon and like then go get the Skulltulas in the Colossus area. Because sometimes when you're doing these, it doesn't click until like, wait a minute, like something happens.
It's like the the light bulb turns on in your head, and it's like, wait a second.
Yeah, because like usually you're basically running around checking random things until you get to a point to where you're guaranteed a bingo, and then you would just bum rush the bingo, like, and just do everything you can to get it.
I'm not sure that Pioneer really sees the lines in the Matrix just yet, but hopefully pretty soon they'll kind of piece it together.
There have been so many races I've lost just because I forgot. Like, I just like missed something small like that. I'm like, no.
Yeah, and this room normally casually is a pain in the butt, but with OT Randomizer we have fast block push, so it's not nearly as bad.
Oh, it still sucks. Don't get me wrong. Don't get
Oh, yeah,
don't get Ford wrong.
It still sucks. It's not as bad.
Correct. Alright, Varn, gonna go here and check the scrub. I don't think anything important was here when Pioneer
Is
did
this
it
the
earlier.
full scrub?
I think it was, actually, yeah. You fool!
Fly, you fools! It's another chest for Pioneer, and it yields another key.
There are 5 keys in the Forest Temple, fun fact.
And Pioneer has found at least 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
They just have to finish pushing this all the way. I don't think Pioneer checked this this grotto.
Oh, they went for something cheeky there. I like that. I've never seen that before. That was cool. They tried to grab the ledge to go down to the middle level.
Well, that is
was
cheeky.
That was pretty funny.
I don't think Pioneer checked this grotto, so I think that's actually 2 grottos that Pioneer didn't check. This one and the one that has the water in it. I could be wrong though, I might have just forgotten.
No, they checked it earlier, I remember.
Okay.
Yeah.
Probably 5 rupees. Oh, that was a piece of heart. It's a safe bet to either throw out 5 rupees or a piece of heart, because that's what's in a lot of these checks. It's just taking a chance to hope they actually has something that will lead you closer to victory. Which admittedly this does help Varn in that they still need the 11 hearts check, so it's not without its warrant.
Alright, Pioneer spending their second key. And hitting the switch allows access to what's normally the boss key, vanilla location, but it might be here, might not. And it looks like it's actually vanilla location.
That's crazy.
What are the
Don't see
chances?
that too often.
It's rather likely, but it's still funny. Haha.
Haha. Those quirky coincidences. Try saying that 5 times fast. And then what is this?
Another key. That
Another
is
key.
required, so Pioneer does need to go over there and get that. They would like to beat the Forest Temple.
Which it looks like they're probably gonna opt to do so. I mean, once you're this far into it, you might as well commit. I don't remember what it yields, like as far as stones are concerned.
It's always going to be random.
Well, I know
Pioneer
Pioneer
wanted
looked at the
fun.
yeah, but I wasn't really paying attention when they did read it, so.
Mm-hmm. Alright, Varn making it nighttime. Silver scales on the card.
Scale, yeah, no, that is on the card. So, Pioneer again opening up another opportunity. Kind of worth coming here at the Forest Temple. There's just a lot of setup for it. So it looks like Varn is actually going to opt to play to win the Skulltula.
Yeah, that is an option.
And they might be
Echo's
going
gonna
for
block.
up. Yeah, and it's stuck there.
No,
Hopefully
it's gonna
it
hit again.
moves. Okay, looks like they might be going for the angled play. Okay, the Cucko's moved.
Yeah, they're gonna take damage here on purpose to try to get an angle. I don't know if that'll reach though. That's only for the last one that it will angle you properly. This one's a straightforward shot, so.
The Cucko just moves out the way.
Yeah.
Oh, it looked like it was trying to block their shot.
Oh, it was. Trust that it is.
Dude, chicken.
Those cuckoos, man.
They're out to get you.
Oh no.
Oh,
See, they freaking
did see?
troll.
Okay.
They troll so hard. Cannot stand.
Okay.
Pioneer going for some combo. Backflip over the balcony thing.
Fancy strats.
That did not.
Can
Can you believe that?
literally right into the painting, but it didn't.
It was actually in there, like physically, like you could see it afterwards. Alright, so there's a strat here where if you throw a Deku Nut when the pose go invisible, they will reappear instantly. Very nice for speeding up this process. Because Pioneer has the Big Ron sword, the jump slashes from the Big Ron sword will kill the pose in 2 jump slashes as opposed to 3 jump slashes from the Master Sword. Very helpful.
Time save.
Another 50 rupees. Alright, VAR1n is dropping them all off these bomb shoes.
Going for it? Oh no.
Oh no, they're not. I guess they must have done it on accident then.
Yeah, that's what I'm
The
thinking.
replay.
Okay, so that's 1 Poe sister down. 3 more to go. Gonna finish this out. VAR1n might make a play for the fountain here, since they're already around.
There is a
Might be worth-
Skulltula check over here that requires Song of Storms, but it's not a random item.
Yeah, it's just a skill to the token.
No.
Oh wait, I don't think VAR1n has Zelda's Lullaby yet, so they can't even get the.
Yeah, they can't go to the fountain because they don't have the wallet upgrade yet. They read the hint earlier that said it was behind Skull Mess, but I feel like they forgot.
That's what I'm feeling as well, and that is
Strong
pretty
feeling.
pivotal because they could get it right now.
I read that hint 2 times, so that was really funny.
Yeah,
They were like, wait, that said what again?
like it's so important, like because that wallet is the key to basically everything else.
Yeah, Pioneer only got to where they are now because of that.
Like, this shows you hints are pretty pivotal. You gotta read them. You gotta commit to the memory.
And if not memory, you can always write them down.
That too.
So I think this boss is not spawning because Pioneer. Oh,
Right
never
there.
mind. I guess I didn't even see it. I think that if you somehow get to this room first, this boss won't before the bottom floor one. I think this boss doesn't spawn or
Really.
something. I'm not. Don't like quote me on that, but I think that's how that works.
Tylenol 2022.
Oh, so we're getting quoted now, huh? So that's what we're doing. Huh? Like I'm gonna get like flamed by an OT expert. They're just gonna like tell me that's not how that works, by the way. So don't say stuff unless you know it. I'm like, no, I was just trying to be informative, but
Can't believe that you tried to inform the people, Tylenol. You were wrong. You were wrong.
It's
How dare
okay.
you?
Oh, it's okay.
Not allowed to be wrong.
Everything on the internet is true. So
It's a fact.
after all, you know.
You know, I once read something on the internet that said that the sun is made of cheese, and honestly, I'm inclined to believe it.
I've tasted it before.
Yeah, like and
I've tasted the sun.
yeah, and like I've tasted the sun too, and I've never heard anyone give evidence to the contrary. So, by that logic, it has to be true.
Go even further, like I don't like cheese, and I've tasted it, and I was like, this is gross.
Yeah, so it has to be true. No other options that it could be.
Arn is going into Ganon's castle. Is their first visit, maybe?
I think so. Pretty sure it is.
Yeah.
They don't have a shield.
I think they have a Hylian shield and haven't equipped it yet.
Okay.
I think. I know that the Deku shield did burn.
Yeah, the Deku shield is
fire
gone.
arrows making this room instantly fast. I don't know what I was going for there.
I mean that this is fire arrows like finally yielding their reward after like all the build up. Fire arrows were built up from the beginning of this randomizer, and now they're finally being put to use all this time. It's fun. It's like whenever you see like a plot line in an anime and it finally pays off, like episode 200 or something like that. You know?
Exactly.
This is like that fight in the anime. Oh, looks
There's the
like
opponent
Arn
song.
got the opponent song, so they too can get into Gerudo's training ground, but they don't have hookshot.
They don't have hookshot, they don't have bow, yeah.
A lot of things that Varn would lack that Pioneer did not. So it's not as worth it.
I'm still really surprised Pioneer's deciding to full clear this dungeon.
I am too, especially knowing their feelings on this dungeon in general, but you know.
Because like to me, based on the card, the value of doing this isn't too high.
Yeah. But maybe they've got something in mind that we don't. Maybe there's like a secret, like a line in the Matrix, you know, that we're just not seeing. Our brains are too tiny.
True.
This is actually like 2 bajillion IQ, and we're only at like 40. You know, like it's just not high enough level of thinking.
So true. Oh, it didn't go invisible. Literally trolling Pioneer.
Actually trolling.
Varn kind of skipped and hopped on that Lizalfos.
Yeah?
Or that's a Dino Pulse, actually.
Dino Pulse. So that's the upgraded version of Lizalfos. You know, dinosaurs, that's the bigger and better ancestors to the...
Exactly.
We were the big boys back in the day.
Alright, and Meg, I believe is the name of this. Nope, can't do that, Pioneer. You gotta jump it.
This is the last of the post listings. And the gimmick of this is you have to look for the one that spins. Which, no, not that. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
You gotta wait for, where is it? Up there. Yep. Shoot. Bam. Alright. And last hit. There it is. There we go. Oh wait, no, I think it's one more. It's 4 hits.
I remember how many hits this boss is. I just remember it's like a bunch.
Okay, it's 5 hits apparently.
What if it's 6, 7, 8? Wait, why are we still going?
There we go. It was 5 hits officially. Chalk that one down on your bulletin boards. Tell it to your kids. Write it in your history books. It was 5 hits to kill that post. There's actually another chest and another skull down here, so that's 2 more chests. So maybe this will yield something big. Who knows? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. Shout outs to Dragon Ball. Actually, just go to series.
Alright, I wonder what's next on the chopping block for Varn here.
Yeah, where is the next place? Where's our next destination? Hopefully it's to get that wallet.
Yeah, it's definitely gotta be to get that skull mask.
Like, that wallet is the key. It is
They're
pivotal.
not currently going for that wallet.
Not going for the wallet. Why?
They should know. They read a hint. I just think that they forgot. I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
Yeah, that has to be
At this point, it has to be pretty clear that they just forgot.
Alright,
This
2 checks
is-
here. We got a Skulltula and a small chest. Hover boots.
Song, so
It could be what's it called? Fake. Oh nope, those are the real deal.
The real deal Holyfield. And
Oh, that's the mirror shield. That's
shield.
3 shields for Piner.
okay, so will Piner remember that there is a fairy? I think they did. I think they remember that there's a fairy spell inside one of these shops. I don't remember which one.
I'm convinced that Piner remembers to just go to Spirit Temple.
Here, the play is definitely to just go straight to the Spirit Temple. And on the way to the Spirit Temple, they'll be getting the 4 Skulltulas in Wasteland and Colossus area, and they can full clear the Spirit Temple with their current items, which means that they should be able to get the last map that they need. So that will be the last 2 squares. The Mirror Shield guarantees it, because even if the map happened to be the heart container for Twin Rova, they'll get it.
But why would they do that when they could just win with the second spell? Don't they have a fairy spell right now?
They do, but oh no, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, like you
I missed TLBR. No, yeah, you're absolutely right.
yeah, you just go grab a fairy spell from whichever shop has it and you buy it. And
This is why Ford's commentating with me, so when I make stupid comments like this, Ford will fix it. Thank you, Ford. Well, I don't know what I'd do without you, bro.
yeah, that's no problem. I'm here. We're 2 parts of the same whole.
Yeah. Is this where the fairy spell is? No.
it's not. But it is ZL. I mean, you know, it's nice to have, but it's
Wait,
not.
does Piner even see that do they remember that Neighbors Loves in a shop?
I don't know. I think it was it a child shop in the
I think it was in Zora's Domain. I have
Was it
a strong feeling it was in Zora's Domain, which means that
right.
Piner might need ZL to get back to Zora's Domain comfortably.
Nah, true. That is the play.
So I think they're gonna go
they're
Canyon.
going child. Yeah, no.
And they have Serenade, and they have Silver Scale, so they could warp to Lake Hylia, then take the bottom cove area to
enter from the underwater entrance.
Yeah, underwater entrance for Zora's Domain. Yeah, this should be GG. Looks like.
Yeah, this is,
Unless they're
not gonna play.
Do they not? They might have forgotten they have Serenade.
Or they might be checking the other 2 shops because they don't remember. I mean, all they have to do is check all shops as long as they remember.
That's true. Yeah, it could have been. Or yeah, we could also just be wrong. It might just not be that shop.
It might be the one in the market, like because there's 2 shops here. So we're gonna see.
Barn and GTG area.
And they're forgoing both shops. Huh?
Are they gonna like walk to Lake? Are they gonna just walk to Zora's River?
I guess. Yeah, that's fine too.
That is so funny.
Doesn't matter at the end of the day. We're just gonna backwalk there. I mean, it's not the optimal method, but you know, it gets you there. And, you know, at the end of the day, that's all that matters. But yeah, it looks like we are heading into the home stretch. This here randomizer, I gotta say, this was truly exemplary play from both players. This entire thing is just truly just a matter of game knowledge, skill, and execution. You know?
I love doing these.
Yeah.
OOT randomizer bingos. I don't really see like too many people do them, but I think it's the coolest way to play OOT, in my personal opinion.
Pretty sick. And I just like randomizers in general. Like I wish that they were more like randomizers for other games that I enjoy. But you know, as long as I have the few ones that I really like, just top notch, it's all good. It's an okay hand for me.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait to tell Pioneer about how they just have Serenade and they're just like doing all this walking. Unless it happens to be VAR1n that got Serenade and I misremembered, but I'm pretty certain that Pioneer has Serenade water. I mean, so this is just like super like Omega, like backtracky. They didn't even need to go buy Zelda's Lullaby. Like, it's just so funny.
Honestly, it might have been faster to save quit after going child.
Yep.
go through Zora's.
Oh, that too. Yeah,
Right,
that's
they're
also
lost
true.
woods.
There were 3 options, and Piner chose the slowest one.
Yeah, even assuming
re-
Piner
that's
didn't
really
have
funny.
Serenade, like that was just a better option. But again, it doesn't really matter because this is.
I love Piner. Piner's my buddy, so I'm gonna make sure to bully them about it.
Yeah.
And there it is for
That's
100 rupees.
bingo
That is the
right
last
there.
square, and that is a bingo for Piner. GG. Well played.
Well played.
What was the time on that?
Perfectly
2 hours,
executed.
39 minutes?
That's not too bad.
Yo, the Ryan Ford raid. Let's go.
Yo, shout outs. Shout outs.
Yeah, congratulations, Piner, on the dub.
Absolutely phenomenal play here. Just completely and beautifully executed game knowledge and just wonderful execution on all the ways to save time and just kind of figure out, suss out where you need to go and what you need to do. That forest temple play definitely paid off. I cannot say that I would have done the same. So
Was Mirror Shield there?
yeah, that's where it was.
Yeah, Mirror Shield was there. So yeah, they didn't even fight Phantom Ganon. They just left straight
Yeah.
up. Like, which that makes a lot of sense. Like, I'm kind of surprised that Piner decided to do that. I guess like more checks the better or whatever. But like, I already like in my head, I'm like, it was kind of a like YOLO to go straight to Spirit Temple, but I still probably would have like gambled on it just because it feels like the statistics are so likely that you'll run into it.
I just want to know where Ruto's letter was. I want to see the spoiler log for this.
Oh, Ruto's letter.
Yeah, 'cause that would have been my go-to personally, but you know.
Yeah, I mean, well, Ruto's letter being in a random place just kind of adds up to the value of finding more checks, right?
I mean, it's the same with
Mirror Shield. Yeah, exactly.
It was all just a matter of weighing as many of your advantages as you possibly could and just, trying to go for it,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I wonder if we're going to get both runners in here and kind of get their thoughts on the race and how it all kind of panned out. I'm curious to.
I really want to talk to Piner about the thing. Hello, welcome.
Oh,
That was such a lead.
That fucking card can eat my ass, dude. Like, that was so much. I like at some point I was like grasping for straws. I was like, I literally like you probably saw me pause a couple times, just sit there being like, where do I go? What do I do?
Yeah, we noticed. Yeah. And Piner, it was really funny at the very end how you had 3 ways to get your neighbor's love, and you chose the slowest way, and I thought that was so funny.
I chose the slowest way just because I'm like, I just don't want to deal with what would happen mentally if I mess up any of the other ways. I would cry. I would my pants and cry. I had hover boots. I could have done the Kaka thing. I chose the slowest way because it was the only way that I couldn't mess up.
Not even that. You had Serenade of Water. You could have just warped there, and then Silver Scale. You could have just warped there.
That's so true.
And you like bought Zelda's Lullaby. I'm like, what is Fire doing?
That's so true.
and then I'm like, oh, okay, they're gonna like go do this, and then like maybe like I don't know, like Blue Fire or something. And I was like, and then you went over there, and I was like, oh, what is going on?
You also could have just save quit. Lost Woods and then been right outside the entrance.
I thought it was really, really funny when VAR1n got a bomb bag first before you did, because they went ahead and did Dampe and you didn't do it. So like and then it ended up being a situation of like and then VAR1n did Dodongo's with bomb bag when you had not done it with bomb bag yet, and was able to find another bomb bag behind that was locked behind bombs.
I was like, okay. Well, because my thought process was I got the bomb bag and I had nothing else to do as child, so I was like, you know what? I sure as heck am not doing Dodongo.
This is where this is.
Oh yeah, we talked about how nobody checked that too.
Yeah, I was talking about how nobody checked that. Like,
Well, make that 3 fairy spells.
Oh, nice. What was not checked?
I can check.
Rio's
Pit.
letter vanilla location.
Yeah, it was Forward's
Mark-
Wind.
VARN did
Nice.
not have silver scale, but
No.
Pioneer did.
Yeah. So there was like several locations I was trying not to check because I was like, I would rather do it under the convenience of insert era here. And then I kept forgetting to do things, and you would see me backtrack like 4 times, and I was like,
Yeah.
I forgot a thing, and like I just was
Yeah.
like trying to follow the card, but also follow where the seed was sending me, and it was all over the place.
Yeah, we noted, and then there's also the situation where you grab the cucko to go grab the slingshot by the box, and you fell or like lost the cucko, so you had to go back.
Well,
and we were talking about how like, oh well, VARN, go back to get that because that takes so long to do. And there is a chance that like we knew it was 5 rupees because Piner did it earlier, and I was like, oh, it's gonna suck so bad if VARN just wastes all their time to go.
Well,
do it.
I went back because there's so many times, both in multi-world and in bingo, where I have skipped it because I'm just like, I'll get it later, and then it ends up being something, and I was
Yeah, it ends up
that's
being
like,
yeah.
Sphere Zero moment.
Yeah, Sphere
Yeah.
Zero moment,
Yeah,
and I'm just like,
moment.
I was like, okay, well, I checked it, but then I saw it and went, this feels really bad. Okay.
Yeah, it was so unlucky.
Yeah.
Bart, I need to know, why did you not get the wallet?
Why did I not get the what?
The wallet.
There was a hint that told you where the wallet was, and you and Piner both read it. Piner even read it twice, actually, which I
I
thought was
didn't-
really funny.
I read 1 hint in the entire seed, and it was like for something that wasn't even important. I didn't read any hints.
This one,
I think I read the hint, and then so there were a lot of times that I like kind of went back into like locations that I could come back to later and like write hints again because I was just taking pictures with my phone. I can't even lie.
I honestly, I'm gonna be like 110% real. I have zero idea why I read no hints. No idea why. I literally just didn't. I just was like, go, because I was like, these things will unfold naturally, and I'll understand what's going on if I just play the game. And I was like, I don't know why I didn't read hints. That was just literally like brain off.
yeah, you may have like you may have not like read it, but you pushed A on the stone. It was it was next to the 2 chests in the Goron City maze at the very end of it. Both you and Piner had read it, but Piner clicked A on it 2 times.
I don't remember actually clicking on it. I probably was mashing through it and didn't actually.
Yeah,
read it.
that's what we figured because you didn't really let the text like stay up for very long. You just kind of like pushed through it.
Yeah, because I was trying to get to the chest next to it, and I didn't
Right,
even
yeah.
need to check it. And like honestly, I was looking for a wallet. What was the hint? Where was the wallet?
The hint said that Skull Mask gives you wallet. And so we were thinking like, oh, VARN must have forgotten about the hint, you know, like so they're not gonna go get like the wallet.
And wallet gives you hook shot and gold gauntlets, and then gold gauntlets gives you another wallet, which gets you bow.
It was like literally it was the biggest thing that separated the race between you and Pioneer.
I'm so mad. That's fine. Like there were several things that let me turn on the thing for my tracker. So I had like I would pause every once in a while, and I would set what the items were on my tracker so I didn't have to take pictures because I knew I was gonna fucking forget.
Yeah.
So I was looking at the shops, and I was being like, okay, where is the wallet? It has got to be like a Sphere 0 or Sphere 1. Like this has got to be like really early. Where's the wallet? And I was scrambling at one point where I was like, okay, maybe like it's trying to tell me that I don't need any of this, but then I was kind of scrambling at the end here, especially when I'm here in GTG, and I'm sitting here like, what the frick else am I supposed to do? I was
Exactly.
So like my thought process is like I would have finished in GTG, and I probably would have went and like, because I don't have anything else to do as an adult other than like the boulder maze, and as the left boulder, because I finally have silvers.
Yeah.
I would probably have finally maybe checked the hint. Maybe I don't know. I don't know if I actually really would have. But then I would have had to go back child because like I don't have much else to do. I would have been I was about to go start collecting Skulltulas. I literally said, and like Piner can like confirm this, I was just like, I'm just gonna start collecting them. And
yeah, that makes sense. We noticed you were starting to do that at some point.
Yeah, because 10 skulls was cool, 20 skulls was not. So
20 skulls was not. 30 skulls was also not. So I stopped collecting them after 20.
Oh, I'm at
I'm
at 28,
if you
so-
if you go to the right after you go into that door that you're currently facing in game, the megaton hammer is there. So another option for you, I suppose, if you guys kept going, that you probably would have done the fire temple, I guess, or like tried to get some checks there.
Wait, the Megaton Hammer is where?
It's like in a couple of rooms from where you're standing.
In GTG?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's on the right.
Yeah. If you
Past the
take,
Beamos chest?
you have
Like,
to
not-
you have to go through the straight door, and then you take a right immediately after with a key.
Oh, fun. You'll have to.
I imagine you probably would have ran into that.
Yeah,
then-
eventually. So I had to think in my head. I was like, where do I want to go next that makes sense? And that that's fun. But I was trying to think of like where to go that makes sense and like would benefit, I guess, the best.
Yes.
And I also realized, I dip into the bottom of the well, and I didn't have lens, and I was like, oh, I'm not supposed to be here. Hold on, let me back.
Yeah, you didn't have Zelda's Lullaby either.
Yeah, well, you don't, you can do checks in bottom of the well without ZL. I was doing the ones that you didn't need ZL for, and so I was like, oh, okay, there's ones I can do without ZL, and then I thought about it 2 checks in and went, I don't have lens. I'm just here, and I left. I was like, oh, oops. Because I remember, I remember seeing it in the shop, and so in my head, I was like, I have it. For whatever reason, my brain just went, you have it. Just go check bottom of the well. You don't even need lens. You know everything. And I was like, I went to like, I thought for a second, and I looked at my list on the side, and I saw that like the lens was, I had it written down, but hadn't bought it. Like I hadn't checked it off, and I went, oh.
Oh no.
Oh,
classic randomizer moment.
Yeah, I left immediately once I realized I obviously didn't have it. But
Does anyone have a spoiler log for this? Because there's one.
Yes.
I have it also.
Yeah,
I just needed. Oh, also, you have no idea how mad I was when I got 2 bottles in DGD and neither of them were Rudo's letter.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to find out
really
is where Rudo's letter was, because Rudo's letter was another thing that could have just been pivotal.
Yeah, Rudo's letter was huge. I was just like so worried because like I knew that VAR1n didn't have a huge wallet or giant's wallet, so I assumed that they didn't have large wallet as well because Ganon's castle key was not checked yet.
Yep, I was trying to figure out how you did that, and I was like, you had to have found a wallet, but I was like, where am I missing a wallet?
Yeah, so I was worried you're just going to be
all
doing
about the wallet
everything except for the wallet, and just like get the things that you needed to win the rando by doing like extraneous checks that I missed.
Yeah.
But
yeah, so apparently it was in the Shadow Temple map chest, so that was way.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
Where's I have Din's, I guess. So where's the thing?
Nocturne of Shadow.
Yeah,
It's
it's Nocturne.
Nocturne. That is, I can't spell that properly. Shadow.
What
Thing
are
is-
you looking for?
I'm looking for Nocturne of Shadow. Apparently I spelled Nocturne wrong.
NOCTURNE.
Yeah, I believe so.
NOCTURNE. No. How do you spell this word? Somebody, please.
Try of shadow.
I tried that, it didn't work. I'm just gonna try. I would try shadow, but there's so many words with the word shadow in them that it literally is just like.
According to Google, that is how you spell it. So I think that it might be a problem with the search engine.
Yeah,
it's
did you
just
control F it?
Yeah, I controlled F. I'm using the
Let me
So-
open the spoiler log real quick and then go to the raw spoiler, control F and knock. Nocturne of Shadow. Yeah, I found it.
Where was it?
Lake Hylia, freestanding piece of art. That's
the
awful.
top of the house.
Yep.
Oh,
You could have.
Yeah. Oh wait, we missed that one. Yeah, we definitely both could have gotten that.
Yeah, and then Dense Fire.
Varn
yeah.
didn't have hook shot.
I don't have hook shot.
Oh yeah, because you need
You have beans.
the wallet.
You have beans.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
you do have beans. Well, no, they actually did not have beans.
I don't have
ironically.
beans.
They didn't buy them.
Amazing.
They
You
did
could
not
get
buy them.
beans. You could get them.
Wait, where were they? Were beans?
Bean guy.
Yeah, like normal.
He actually had them.
Yeah, he always.
Yeah.
has.
Well,
Oh,
we
okay, look,
have-
I said this. I said this to Finer, and I said I just have to admit that I am an all sanity multi-world player and not a bingo player because I kept having to ask Piner. I was like, "Hey, what can we do? What are the settings again? I don't remember." Because I just was like, I'm so used to like those things not being in there, and so like there were so many times where I was like, "Wait, what can I do? Where am I going? Oh."
Makes sense.
Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes.
It do be like that. That's so unfortunate. I didn't have anything. I just was like, I honestly the whole time was just scrambling for checks to understand what was going on, and I really, honestly, deep in my heart, do not know why I didn't check any stones. I have no idea. That really would have saved me. Like, I would have at least had something to do, and it's just unfortunate.
Yeah. It is what it is.
That's what marathon organizer brain does to you, by the way, kids. Don't.
Oh yeah,
don't-
where was Requiem? Let's look that up. That was in Shadow Temple. Shadow Temple loaded.
Yeah.
Shadow Temple loaded.
So many things in Shadow Temple.
GTG was surprisingly not loaded at all. It had like hammer. And that was it.
Yeah. Wild, absolutely, absolutely
Actually,
wild.
let me check toilet room real quick. What did toilet room have? They don't call it toilet room.
What
do they?
is
Underwater
toilet
silver
room?
rupee. Underwater silver rupee chest. Hive bombs. Okay. It's the one with the song of time blocking shit.
Yeah, I'm familiar. Yeah.
Oh, that's my phone being loud. I'm sorry about that. Yeah. That's bingo bongo.
Yeah.
If I were to get a second bingo, that would take me a long time. So I'm not really going to sit here to do that. But were there any like decisions that you thought were interesting that I made at least?
You didn't get Spooky Mask. I felt like you may as well have just gotten it.
I meant to. I just forgot.
Yeah, I figured you either forgot or had some other elaborate scheme planned. But yeah, that was pretty interesting. I mean, I think that you probably should. If I were in your shoes, way before you even went into the Forest Temple, I saw BLTR when I was looking at the bingo card. I thought you could just go. I was like, you have Lens of Truth. I know you know how to do Wasteland without the thing, but I was like, you can get all the Skull Chillers.
I can't. I need Requiem because I need the child patch.
Child pet. Oh yeah, I know you're right. Yeah, that's okay. That's one I forgot.
That's why I didn't do it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
I considered it. Like when I was in GGG, I thought about it a lot, and then I realized, wait, I can't do it. I need the Requiem. So
Yeah, no, that's true. I forgot about that one. And you also needed a bottle at that point, which I don't think you had at the point that I was.
yeah,
thinking.
I got it in GGG, which is when I started thinking about it.
Yeah.
Because I was also in GGG anyways, because I was like, oh well, I'm near this. Is this the thing that I
Right.
can do? And
Yeah.
answer was no.
For Varn, I just was like, wait, they read the hint. Wait, what?
I didn't read it. I honest to God did not. I just mashed through it and I did not look at it. I saw
Yeah.
a text and just went, okay. And I literally do not know why I didn't read any hints.
Yeah, that was like
So-
pretty much the big thing that like separated y'all two, and then it seemed like you were kind of just doing other stuff that Pioneer had done already at this point.
I
Or-
kind of what tipped me over was I was looking at the card and I had seen that both Deku and Silvers were checked, and I got Boomerang, and I went, well, I guess that's what I'm gonna do. So I went and finished Deku and got Silvers from Goma, and then I got Song of Storms somewhere, and then I saw that Pioneer also had marked Song of Storms reward, and I was like, okay, well, I'm finally finding the track here, and then I completely lost it again. I was like, okay, I have no idea where else to go. I don't know what I'm doing, because I figured
Yeah.
that maybe like in the panic of the like first 30 minutes where I was like trying to fix settings and doing other stuff that I might have missed something, and that when I saw Piner start to check stuff, I was like, okay, I missed something somewhere. Let me just calmly go over things. And then I got Boomerang, and then my brain went, okay, Deku Tree, Silver, and then Song of Storms is somewhere, and then I'm gonna find like, you know, the Deku stick capacity, and I'm gonna find Megaton. Like I'm gonna follow along, and then I totally did not. I just lost it. I was like, I have no idea.
Oh yeah, Deku stick capacity was actually wild. I did the stationary Armos push to in Dodongos when I didn't have bombs. So because I went into that room and I used the mini Dodongos to blow up the wall, and then I did the stationary Armor push.
I forgot about that. Yeah, no, that was wild. Like that one was actually one of those things where it's like if you don't know.
Yeah,
then...
I didn't do that.
I didn't even know there was a thing you could do until I saw Piner do it in this. So.
Yeah, that makes sense. So remind me, where is Wallet again?
Wallet was Deku Grotto or Deku or Theater Skull Mask.
Deku Theater Skull Mask. Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like checking my notes again and was like, wait, never mind. No, you're right.
So it's technically Spear Zero because you don't really need anything to do that.
Yeah.
Technically, it's technically Sphere 1 because you need ZL and like Weird Egg, but those are guaranteed. Not ZL. Zelda's letter, so technically ZL.
Yeah, like
I guess those are technically those are guaranteed.
Yeah,
so I don't know how that's defined. I guess it's Sphere 0, even though it technically requires items.
It requires items, but the items you'll always have, like.
Right. Also, what was in Lon Lon? Did you go in?
Yeah, I went to Lon Lon's Ranch.
Wasn't anything really good, I'll tell you.
No, there wasn't anything really.
I figured it was just like rupees and maybe a Skulltula token or two, because I got the hint that it was Baron.
There was a nut. There was a nut there. Like, yeah, I remember that. It was in the windmill.
Mm.
Yeah, there was a nut. That was when I said I gotta do it for the fans. I saw it and I went out and I was like, I don't need this. And then I was like, no, I gotta do it for the fans. I gotta grab the nut. So I went back in and I grabbed it.
The nut. Let's go.
Yeah, so I went back eventually and grabbed all the Skulltulas in there, but yeah, no, there was really nothing in Lon Lon. I literally like did everything and went, oh, cool, bet, thanks, and left. Yeah, there's nothing good there because I mean I ended with because all I have is Big Goron, fire arrows, boomerang, slingshot. That's all I really have. So I have nothing. And silvers obviously, but silvers, 2 bomb bags, Big Goron sword, boomerang, fire arrows.
Oh yeah, I just pulled up your stream. There is a large difference between our inventories.
Oh yeah, honestly, no, like the thing that killed me, like the thing that put me so far behind and I was never gonna catch up was the wallet thing. Like I would have kept grasping for straws until I finally probably would have started checking hints, but by then it obviously would have been too late.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally just hints, just creating such a disparity.
Yeah, I think I probably would have ended up finding Wallet anyways eventually, but definitely not nearly as soon as I did, because Spooky Mask is on the card, which means that I'm gonna get Skull Mask anyways, and when I get Skull Mask, I always do that check.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because
that makes sense.
for whatever reason, it's always something important.
Mm-hmm.
What the third wallet is? I'm actually gonna
Third wallet was in third wallet, I actually don't know. I don't know where Tycoon's wallet was.
Control F.
Wallet. Shadow Temple again.
Yeah, Shadow Temple.
I'm just gonna open up the Shadow Temple like dungeon spoiler log and just see Rudo's letter, a magic meter, Deku stick capacity, a bottle with blue fire, a progressive wallet, Requiem of Spirit.
Jesus, that's pretty stacked.
It was stacked, and all of that is like you either need the beans or you need the.
No, you can't get there with beans. You need.
You have to have the.
Nocturne, yeah. Oh, Shadow Temple also had Rudo's letter. I forgot to mention.
No, I meant to get Nocturne.
Oh, to get Nocturne? To get Nocturne,
Isn't it beans with a hookshot?
Beans or hookshot, yeah. But yeah, no. Spirit Temple or Shadow Temple just had everything. Crazy location.
It's so stacked. Oh my god. Oh well, this was fun. This was a really hard card, honestly. Like, I know I always joked that you know, I can't wait to get my butt kicked, but I totally had my butt so kicked this time. It was still really fun though to try to put the pieces together. So I'm glad this meme became a reality. Thanks Ness underscore for memeing me into thinking about doing this, and then thanks Piner and Tylenol and Ford for completing the circle.
Yeah, no problem. I had a good time.
Oh, this is really fun.
Yeah, this is awesome. And I'm gonna go to my file names real quick because there's something awesome on there. It says SS4C, donate!
Yeah, donate. Raising money for Lead. They're really cool. You should do so. Very important.
Yeah, fantastic cause. Go Lead.
Go Lee.
Yeah. Tylenol and Ford, would you like to plug yourselves and tell people where they can find you on the internet if you do cool things on the internet?
Well, I stream sometimes, and you can find me on twitch.tv/Tylenol with a 0 instead of an O. Everything else is spelled like normal. And I do speedruns of Donkey Kong Country primarily, Donkey Kong Country 1 mostly. And every now and then I'll do something different, but that's what I normally do. And
Tylenol's awesome. Please watch and sub.
September, remember that.
Yes.
And yeah, I done a run earlier of Persona 4 Golden, and I don't really stream like that much, but I might do more Golden runs after kind of getting back into like the swing of things. I don't know if there's ever like a weekend where I'm not doing anything, then I'll definitely consider it. You know, my Twitch is twitch.tv/4373, and yes, that's where you can find me mostly. So
Awesome. My Twitch is been rotating on this screen the entire time, but I very rarely stream sometimes at twitch.tv/dragoR1n. The I and Rin is in one because I'm edgy and cool. I mostly, if I do stream, it is going to be Zooter, Symphony of the Night Randomizer, or Final Fantasy XIV. Hopefully I'll start streaming more now that this event will be over in a couple days and I'll have a lot more free time. I mostly do big multi-world all sanities that usually take 7 to 8 plus hours, which is like my forte here. So if you like that kind of content, you can definitely follow me on Twitch. I will stream eventually TM.
Heck yeah.
And I'm Piner. My Twitch is Piner. Because I got it like that, you know?
You just got it like that.
For real. I don't stream all that often, but I'm trying to stream a bit more. You'll likely see Smash Brothers Ultimate on my channel. If you like Smash Ultimate, I might stream these from time to time, as well as you might see some Sonic Adventure 2 on there in the future. Who knows? There's a lot that could happen on there, but those are the main big things. So you can follow me over there.
Heck yeah.
And that has been The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time Randomizer Bingo. Thank you for having us. We will let them take control back of the stream. Stay tuned. Upcoming next, we have Final Fantasy Any Percent with Octini and Talbrick. So if you liked comfy cozy things, we have another comfy cozy thing coming right up.